I'm just talking before I know that we're online.
Fine, I'll take zone assurance.
It's going, yeah.
And hello, everybody. Nope. Wrong hotkey. Hi, everybody. We'll be right back right at the start. Welcome to the Sunken World Saga. This is a Dungeons & Dragons live stream where we have 4 groups of characters. They each have 4 characters in them, and there are 8 players with 2 characters each. Tonight we return to Adventuring Group 1, the adventuring group of Biff, Jackson, Zakar, and Khalid. And we are going to have those introductions real quick, so let's do it in the order that I just said. So, Biff.
Hi, my name's Zach. I play Biff Treadle, a halfling bard with a wooden rapier.
And after Biff, we have Jackson.
I'm Nathaniel Potts Wells, and I'm playing Jackson Pars, the human wizard.
And after Jackson, we have Zakar.
Hey, I'm Aaron, and I'm playing Zakar, the human ranger.
And finally, we have Khalid.
I am Brian Ziola. I'm playing Khalid, a paladin, warrior, and a child of God.
And I am Ben. I am your dungeon master, and I wanted to have the introductions be in the order of the of the thumbnail, but then I realized that I had your names organized in Roll20 by alphabetical order. So that little faux pas that I did out of the way, to catch everybody up to speed, Adventuring Group 1 is currently, just for the moment, in the area of Wolharn, the world that they're in, called the Jade Kingdoms, specifically in the Shuhan Empire. But they intend to travel through the trade lands to make it through Zeshan, which they are right across the river from, right down here. And they are going to go back to Ursumer, or one of them's going back, Zakar, who is from Ursumer and has been told that there is a war a-coming. This group has killed a giant with the help of a group of legionnaires from the west, and has just in our last session, with the help of a wizard named Yu Yan, stolen the egg of a dragon. And that is where we are going to pick up, with you all exiting the dragon's cave. Yu Yan carries the egg, and a few of you carry new items that you've just acquired, or some old items that you have learned a bit more about. And there we are. Let's begin.
Alright, Ben, how long are these gloves on me? Like, if I were to put them on my halfling arms.
When you put on your white gloves, they shrink to fit you.
Oh, so they're not like long evening wear gloves?
I mean, they are like that. They are like evening wear gloves, but they aren't like floppy. They like
so
shrink down to fit you.
Okay. Cool.
And do the bracers require attunement, Ben?
The bracers do, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll need to attune myself with these before I really put them to use. Just wanted to check out, see what the look would be.
Yuyan, where are we taking this egg?
Oh, well, I really thought that it would just be me going forward. My plan is to go over to the Hallandor Empire. I was gonna visit with my old teacher Cladrius and see about if he might be able to help me incubate this little thing quick. You all were heading north, so I just figured that this would be about where we parted ways. Just thinking, and she fishes
I'd hate to see you go.
into a pocket, and she kind of smiles over at you, Jackson. She fishes into a pocket and pulls out 10 platinum. I managed to pick this up inside without waking up the old beast. I thought this might be appropriate for you all helping me.
Oh, well, thank you. That was a little closer than I was expecting it to be, I think, but it's a kind gift.
You should definitely buy me a new pair of pants, which I'll be needing.
Yeah, I mean, thing is that we definitely don't want to be here when it wakes up.
Yeah, we should really get going.
Yeah, we should get on our way. I'm gonna go back to speak with Otesione, but if you all are going north, and she points to the east and says, about 2 days going past the mountains, you'll meet a road and it'll take you across the river into Zeshon.
Excellent.
Yeah, sounds good.
And
Would I be allowed to take a look at this egg before you leave?
oh, of course. And she
And what does it look like again?
so it is like the size of, it's like bigger than a basketball. It like it's big enough that she has to hold it in both of her hands in order to support it. It is shaped like a chicken's egg, but it looks like it is hard on the outside, like it would be incredibly hard to break. And it is sort of this. It looks kind of like a blue topaz, is kind of what it looks like an Arizona topaz. And she hands it out. She hands it over to you, and it's heavy. It's like 40 pounds.
And does it have any kind of a magical glow or anything like that to it?
No. At least not at the moment. Maybe at the time of hatching, or at, when it's being warmed up. It could, but at the moment it doesn't seem to. When you hold it, you do feel like energy. I didn't know if you were holding it, but
Yeah, I was asking her if I could.
yeah, she gives it to you willingly.
Is there any chance I could take some of the shell? Maybe I could scrape off an outer layer?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. Six.
No, sorry, Jackson. I don't want to risk the. I don't want to risk the little fella inside.
Pity, I could have possibly found some use for it. And I'm gonna hand it back to her.
Listen. When he hatches out, it's all yours, whole thing. She smiles at you, and then she takes what looks like a pebble out of the same bag that she brought the platinum. And as she takes the egg back, she tries to press it into your hand.
Okay. I let her put it in my hand and I look at it.
You see it has the word for literally speak in Elvish. I think you speak Elvish, right?
I don't believe so, no.
Oh, okay. There's some flowery script on the outside. And
I speak Infernal, Common, and Abyssal. And I think there was one more. I think it got erased.
okay. Well, my bad if I erased it. But she says that the stone ascending. If you wanna, if you
Oh,
all
excellent.
need me, or if I might need you, we'll be able to speak with each other in some limited capacity daily.
I look forward to this. Be sure to send back when that egg is used up.
Of course. And if my master's pretty good at teleportation, maybe I could have you popped over right quick.
Don't send any dick
That's
pics in that
even
thing.
more
Jack.
interesting.
Well, it can't send illusions or anything, so that's no worry of that, Biff.
Yeah, but he could send like 8 equals D.
That's true.
I suppose he would. I would just be confused because that might overdo the number of letters depending on the number of equal signs. Listen, I'm gonna. It was.
It's definitely she's gonna be getting some "you up, girl."
I assumed she would when I decided she would give it to Jackson. She smiles at each of you, and there's like a warmth there, and she.
Thank you for saving my life all those times.
Oh, just nothing. You all saved me, and you all helped me get this, so I appreciate that. If you all are ever in need of something that'll terrify me as much as I'm sure walking into a dragon's den terrified all of you,
Don't worry, I'll be sure to use this, and I hold up the pebble whenever I feel a need.
All right.
And if you ever need me, just become fully indoctrined into my religion and my belief system, and then ask your new god, and he'll find me.
All right.
And if you need help finding his god, I can tell you where to find him.
He doesn't know where my god is.
All right. And she walks over to you, Biff, and she takes out one of the little bottles of rum.
Yeah, I was gonna do the same thing.
And she holds it out to you to like toast, basically.
Okay, yeah, I'll drink with her.
Yeah, and she just gives it a quick clink and then takes it off, downs about half of it, and then puts the top back on and gives you all another quick smile. And then she just sort of turns and hugging the egg to her chest with her other hand gives you all like a lazy over-the-shoulder wave without looking back. And she returns to the tree line.
It's a shame she's going to my religion's hell.
Well, at least I'll have a friend.
You won't have time for friends, but yes, you'll both be there.
What do you say? Want to start heading east, try to catch this road north?
Khalid, I have to ask, other than yourself, is there anyone that your god is not planning to send to hell?
I mean, Zakar will go to like the middle place.
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
He's
there's
very-
a middle place.
Yeah.
Isn't this the middle place?
No.
Well, where is this?
This is 6 days. Is that 3/4? That's 3/4. It's 3/4 there.
To the top? Okay, yeah, 3/4 to the top, not a quarter.
So the middle place is worse than this?
Oh, I mean, yeah, but it's not worse than hell.
Okay.
I didn't
take
write
it.
the book.
There's a book?
You got two places that are lower than this, but only one place that's higher. It just seems a little unbalanced to me. I don't know. Seems a little poorly planned, as a religion goes.
Well, that means that we're lucky.
There's 37 places lower than this. There's one place higher.
Gotcha.
All right, good luck, Ben. Making that hell.
That just
deep am I
sounds
going?
like standard Dungeons and Dragons hell.
Yeah, that's true.
And so you all go and walk around the mountains, and after you all go a little bit quicker than you, Jan, maybe thought you all would go, and you go out from under the shadow of the mountains, and you can see the road when it is getting very, very dark. It would probably not be... There is a more defensible position off of the road, like covered by some trees and a little outcropping of rock.
We should try to cover up just in case this dragon goes looking for shit.
And also, have we seen any sign of the other group of soldiers and stuff?
No.
Or
they said they would be there in a few days.
Got it. Okay. Do we know what direction they said they were coming from?
They did not give a direction, no.
Okay.
So you all are going to set up camp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Biff, I think that's in the outcropping there. I think that's a good idea.
And there's, like, you can see there's, like, a few rocks a little ways away from the mountain that seem like they're probably like, there's a minor earthquake, underground event. I can definitely hear somebody. I knew somebody selected a character in Smash, but I can definitely hear somebody going to town.
Oh, my bad.
It's all good.
Just make your game more exciting, Ben.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm just practicing tech skill. I'm not really even looking at it.
Are you using Mr. Game & Watch?
No. I'm too scared.
That was a good joke, Brad. It seems like probably like some minor earthquake or something created a little outcrop in a rock. I continue to not know how physical world building works, but there's some rocks that pop up and they could make a camp.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that you all take this time to set up your new loadout kit with attunement items and other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want to focus on these glows. Just getting to deep trance with them.
Yeah, you focus on them and you feel like, oh, I've really got something.
Can I play instruments in them still?
Oh yeah, everything that you could do. They are when I said that they tighten on you, they're skin tight enough that you feel like you're probably still Actually, I was going to say that you feel like there's still warmth coming off of your hands, but actually your grip is very cold while you're wearing them.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
In that sending stone that she gave me, does it only work one way? Or not one way, but two-way? To her and back? Not to other people?
Seems like it does when you think about the arcade nature of it.
So Biff and I both got treasures inside of the Dragon's Cave. Why don't Jackson and Khalid, you guys take the extra 2 platinum?
Yeah.
So that would be 2 platinum for you guys?
That's fair. I'll take
2
that.
each or 1 each?
Well, so it would be 2 total for both of you. So you would get 2 pots.
Okay. I leave you one of them, and I say, we have to pay our tithes, don't we?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'll put this with the rest.
Biff just kind of rolls their eyes. Not directly at anyone or trying to be noticed, just reflexively.
I notice.
Well, make a perception check.
I don't notice.
I see everything.
I mean, I'm not trying to hide it that much.
So let's do some quick inventory. We got the stuff from the cave. That's you two have that stuff. What else? What did we get off of the Bane bad guy? Did he have a wand of enlargement or something like that?
Did have a wand of enlargement.
That should probably go to Jackson, right?
Yeah.
I could use it, or if maybe it would be something you could use while you're sneaking around invisible like last time.
I mean,
put it on someone. It would be best to go on to
somebody could
probably
benefit from being bigger, yeah. Or does it enlarge and shrink?
It is a wand of enlarge and reduce, yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. No, I've already have the ice wand, or the ice thunder wand, so.
Oh, I feel like you're very intuitive about when it's good to use things such as that.
Yeah, Biff, that was amazing yesterday, or earlier today. You really saved all of our lives there.
Yeah. I didn't even know you were doing it until it happened, too. You were nowhere to be seen.
I gotta say, I've formed a bit of attachment to most of you, so I want to make sure we can keep this train rolling and save the world, I guess.
Now, when you say most, who are you leaving out?
Oh, your horse and I don't really get along.
I don't have fine steed. How dare you?
I meant like the horse that you had at home. I met once, and we didn't get along.
Yes, he was an asshole.
He doesn't like you or the horse you rode in on, Brian.
Nah, I'm just kidding, buddy. I like you too. I mean, it's, you know, I'm a people person. You're a funny guy.
Thank you. Know, the main tenet of my religion is to never be happy or fun.
Well, sure, but you know that in and of itself is kind of funny. You know, if you think about it.
I don't think that's a joke that I can think about.
Sorry, I don't mean to tempt you.
But I like you too. You've grown on me. Like a cyst.
It's a fatty cyst. Don't worry, he'll be fine.
It's spacious.
Well, I'm gonna try to get a stew going. If you guys are hungry.
I'll take a little.
You got a chicken foot there? Maybe you got a stew.
Yeah. Why are you throwing away this rib? There's still a little meat on it.
And Ben, I'm gonna try to forage around the campsite.
Yeah. Are you wearing the bracers?
I am wearing the bracers.
Okay. Can you make a nature check, please?
A nature check, sure. It's loading.
Yeah.
You got a 4.
Okay. Well, you find a few herbs that you think would probably be good in a stew.
Sure.
In like a fast stew, because it's nighttime. And you also find there's 3 little mushrooms. And at first you think, oh, those might taste good. And then you realize, almost without even thinking it, you say, oh no, I can't eat those. And you realize that thought didn't really come from you. It came from some knowledge that is inside of your head now. And you feel like you have a better understanding of, like, what is safe and what is more specifically sinister in nature. Like, you can tell a little bit more about poison than you could have before.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll put those aside, and I won't take them, but I'll gather as much as the herbs as I can. Can I set up some, like, traps for some, like, small game too?
Yeah, like
maybe not even for tonight, but I'll check them in the morning.
There's a couple of like prairie dog holes. You might be able to.
Delicious.
In this mountain meeting forest area, there's prairie dogs.
Okay.
And yeah, you could set up something to catch them.
All right. Yeah, so I'll set those up and check them in the morning, and then I'll bring back the herbs. And it probably won't be too hearty, but we'll put some of these rations in, and I found some herbs. Don't eat any mushrooms around here, by the way. They're not good.
Are they poisonous, or like they make you just see fun stuff?
Well, I would have brought them back if they were the second kind.
Okay.
But yeah, they're poisonous. I mean, they might also make you see stuff, but
not for long.
I don't think it'll be worth it.
I'll still consider it for a second. Yeah. I've got some rations I can throw in.
Did you collect any of these poisonous mushrooms, though?
Well, I guess I gathered a couple of them, and then when I realized that they could kill us, I left them probably about 30 feet that way. They're probably all still there in a pile, unless the prairie dog got into it or something.
I'm gonna go look for them.
Yeah, you find 3 mushrooms. They're brown with a little white ring on the top.
Okay.
The stew is fine. Is there anything else that you all want to do kit-wise?
No.
I did get a saw from someone. I can't remember who. Someone had a saw. I want to try to like play around with that and figure out how to play it.
I think that was from the first town we were in.
It was the merchants that you all helped build the cart for.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, I want to. I have a bow because I have a viol as well, so I kind of want to.
Yeah, you
grease it up, see if I can get some music going on it.
You spend some time. Make a performance check to see how quickly you learn it. And then since that is a charisma-based thing, did you put on the amulet?
Yes.
Okay, so you have put on the amulet of the trickster. So you all noticed, and you kind of, like, it's been kind of like a slow build ever since he put on that amulet while you all were walking. Or they, sorry. That Biff's a little more likable. Like, it's a little bit harder to not, smile when Biff says something a little snide.
A little cuter.
Yeah, a little cuter.
Even when you roll your eyes at me, I just can't stay mad at you.
Ain't I a stinker?
And you have learned this saw pretty well, and you all of you, I think, are really jamming to that saw. And I don't think that outside of Jackson, you all have ever heard, like Khalid and Zakar, I don't think you've ever heard anybody play a saw before.
I know that his charisma went up, but due to my active disdain for smiling, I feel like I like him less.
That's fair.
But I won't hold that against you tonight.
One day when Khalid is sleeping, we should draw a smile on his mask.
I'm an elf man. I never sleep.
When he's tranced.
Don't ever approach me in a trance.
Oh, I've heard that once or twice.
All right,
I set traps around me, and then I go to sleep. 37 traps for every level of hell.
Is there anything else that anybody was meaning to bring up?
Just that I was going to oil the fail knot before I go to bed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you feel like you can shoot that down without a problem? Now that you have chosen the non-coward's path?
I shot it. I could shoot it today. I guess I didn't really get a chance to do that. I thought that we might be fighting a dragon. Yeah, it's a good call. I should try it out.
We could always go back and you can shoot it at him and see if it works.
Yeah, there was other stuff in there.
Yeah, that's true. I think for now I'm gonna take the coward's path and just shoot it at this rock.
Well, don't say it too loudly. The bow can hear you.
Yes.
I think it knows. And I'm going to try to shoot it at the rock just to see how it goes.
Okay.
How it feels.
Yeah, I mean, it feels amazing. You do hit the rock. And you actually watch as, like you are shooting a target, the arrow pierces into the rock. Like, that's how powerful that bow is.
Did you guys see that?
Yeah, dude. Why are you a coward? You don't have to be a coward. Look at that.
Yeah, maybe we should go back and fight the dragon.
Let's go.
We have like 8 hours left on this thing. So.
I mean, we could.
Now that we've lost a powerful wizard, let's go back and...
we all feel like level 8 now, right? You guys feel level 8?
Yeah, you all feel like you're a better...
Get out of that cave.
I don't know. I haven't had enough
I don't know,
yet.
Biff,
I only feel like I'm 7.
Ever since you got that amulet, Biff, I feel like you're a perfect 10.
Oh.
I give Jackson a little cheers and take a swig of booze.
So what's the watch order?
I can take first watch. I want to see if I can make anything out of these mushrooms. I'm setting up my little chemistry set. My first chemistry set.
Who's taking first watch of Jackson?
I'll take the second watch and keep an eye on him when I'm up. Yeah.
Third works for me. It'll be the darkest then, so I can use my dark vision.
Okay, then I will watch it in the morning.
Okay. You all go to sleep. When was Jackson's watch in the order?
First.
I wanted to go first so I could try and do some alchemy.
Okay, yeah. Then everybody else goes to sleep. Can you just make a either just a straight intelligence check or a nature check, whichever you choose. And I assume I know which one it is.
What am I making a check for?
Just to see like what you can ascertain about the use for this in alchemy, like what type of things that you could use it for.
It's a 7.
Yeah, you think that you could use it to make poisons. It feels a little bit more like a natural world thing and less like an arcane world thing. Like,
right. Well, I wasn't planning to do anything arcane. I'm an alchemist, so I have an alchemist kit, and I just wanted to brew like a poison tincture.
Okay. Then I think that you make a small vial of poison. Yeah, make a roll with your alchemist kit to see how potent anything it is.
It's a 13 on the roll.
Okay, so you make a vial of poison. It can be applied to either 2 like missile weapons or 1 martial weapon, and if you get a hit with that for a minute after it's applied, there is an additional d6 of poison damage.
Okay.
And after you have conducted your alchemy, do you go to sleep and wake up Zakar?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
And you said that I could get 2 uses out of that?
2 on a missile weapon. So, like, you could do
or 1 on a weapon.
Like 2 arrows dipped in it, 2 darts, 2 javelins. But then you go to sleep, and Zakar, you wake up. Is there anything that you would like to do?
I mean, I'm mostly going to be keeping watch, but I will kind of absent-mindedly mend my kind of loose tunic. There's like a frayed edge on it that I'm sewing, but otherwise I'll just look out.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Sure. Also, I forgot that I am now proficient in nature because of the class that I took. So.
Oh yeah. Well.
Not that it mattered. But,
it didn't kick in until you ate that stew.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You are being watched.
Okay. Do I know from what direction?
From your east towards the road.
Okay. I will.
They are not approaching. They're not moving.
Okay.
You just saw for a moment the reflection of the fire against some small bit of metal, like a ring, not even a weapon.
Okay, I will go ahead and wake everyone up. And I'll say there's something by the road. They're watching us. They have some sort of weapon or metal.
They're watching us, or they're just on the road?
It seems like they're watching us.
Should I go try to see what's up? I can go invisible, maybe sneak around behind them and question them at rapier point.
Are we rested or no?
You are not rested. I think the only person...
Okay, I don't know if it has...
hey, Biff, with dark vision, can you make a perception check?
Yeah.
I don't think any of us used anything.
18.
No, you all are... I mean, you are post-long rest. You all did not have an encounter or anything. Biff,
okay.
Like, this will be another long rest. I just meant, like, you feel tired.
Yeah.
Biff,
Gotcha.
You see everywhere that Zakar's human eyes would be able to see. There's nothing.
It's that way, Biff.
And when you look to where he is indicating, nothing.
Yeah, buddy, I'm not seeing anything. You sure you didn't eat any of those mushrooms?
I look at Jackson. Did I eat any of those mushrooms, Jackson?
I didn't give you any.
He does sleep chew. It'd be very easy to feed to him while he
Yeah.
sleeps.
If only he had a mask that kept things from going into his mouth.
You're too focused on my mask. Stop it.
Oh, I'm focused on more than your mask.
Oh, I don't like this.
I'm sure I saw something over there, Biff.
Perhaps I could send our little friend here over to look. And I pull out my little scarab beetle.
That's a good idea.
I'd like to also do a divine sense.
Okay. You do not feel anything from your divine sense. There is no.
Well, he does feel the celestial of my familiar.
You do feel the celestial nature of Jackson's familiar, but you do not feel any like source of great evil or malice around you.
Okay.
You do have like a sensation of like, hey, there's a dragon. Like, you know, a day behind you.
Sure.
Yeah, I would probably do primeval awareness too. So that's aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
Right. A lot of those which are a different
Not
thing in
existent.
this
Yeah,
world.
right.
Yeah, you don't pick up on anything either. And if you send your celestial beetle, who bears the mark of Asnar, over to the road, Jackson, you don't find anything.
And you see my eyes are rolled back. I'm looking through the eyes of the beetle as I walk it over there.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
With the beetle's stats or with your stats, whichever of those works for Find Familiar.
Shoot, I need to pull up the freaking spider.
I mean,
use the
I
spider
can go ahead and tell you, unless it's pretty high. My description is going to be not very satisfying.
Yeah, it doesn't have a plus anyway, so
Okay.
just give me the description.
Sure. It doesn't look like anybody has walked on this particular road like all day. Like there is dust settled onto the cobble mixed with old slab stone that makes up this road.
I don't think there's actually anyone there. Perhaps it was a bird or something?
No, there's metal. I'm sure of it.
Are you feeling unwell?
I feel fine.
Does anyone have heat metal?
I don't like to think about heat metal.
What about that spell that you cast that revealed things, Biff? What if it's invisible like you were?
Yeah, perhaps Fairy Fire would work. See, I'll cast it as a 20-foot cube within 60 feet. So yeah, I'll cast. Am I within 60 feet of that area where you saw the flint?
You're not quite next to it. You all are more like, 100 feet, 120.
All right. So yeah, I'll kind of like sneak up 40 feet.
I'll go with them.
Cast it in that area.
Sure. Yeah, you all get up there and you can cast it. No living creatures in there have to make a save.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
you see, like, there are some bugs. You see Jackson's beetle.
Can I convince anybody else to waste their resources on this before we give up?
well, we're resting, so we can just really pump all our shit out here.
So
Yeah,
what
Jackson
exactly
just fires a
did you
fireball
see?
off.
Well, I
What
was looking
exactly
out.
did you see?
Yeah, I guess we'll return to the camp, and I was looking out over the fire, and there was a glint right off the road, right there. It was metal. I'm sure. I don't have Biff's eyes, but
Zakar, when you return to where you are sitting for your post, you notice there is something traced into the dirt next to where you were sitting that you can see by the light of your fire.
Okay, I'll look at it. Yeah.
Yeah. It is an arm, like a traced arm holding a skull. The symbol for the Koshantrian arm of death, one of the principal tenets that Ashula Mazdan, your god, represents.
I'm going to look at Jackson, and I'll say, what did you do?
What do you mean?
Who in your life have you betrayed or would want you dead?
Well, the Zeshan Alchemist Guild would really like me to be dead, but not enough that they would commit murder, I don't think.
Look at this. I'll point it out to him. This means one of us is going to die.
What? Well, I did not mean to click that. I am not casting grease on it.
You just say, no, it's not, and you cover it with grease.
Let me lube that baby up.
At this point, Jackson just, anytime he feels attacked, he just throws out grease.
He inks himself.
It's pocket sand, but it's grease.
These are assassins. They're here to kill one of us.
What? I have nothing to do with this. I don't want.
And they're here right now.
That's the only way that could appear.
All right, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire again around us.
I'm trying to see if Jackson is lying to me.
Okay. I mean, with 22, I can go ahead and tell you that Jackson is not lying.
Khalid, what about you? Did you attack someone on the road? Is that someone powerful that
I've only
hire an
protected
assassin?
people on the road.
Biff, you do not feel like there is anybody within the 20-foot cube centered on yourself.
Okay.
Well, I can set up a little room of protection for us.
That won't help. They can find us anywhere.
I'm setting up on casting Tiny Hut as a ritual. So it's going to take 11 minutes.
What's the symbol look like?
It is a arm, sort of bending at the elbow and holding a skull.
And do I recognize it?
Nope. I mean, unless have your caravan trips ever taken you into Ursumer?
No.
Then you do not recognize it. If you have probably seen temples for Koshantrianism, the religion that this is a part of, but it has never been for this aspect. It has always been like maybe coin in like a trade city, maybe war for like a bunch of like a foreign legion type deal, but never this one. So like it is, you do recognize that it is a symbol of Koshantrianism because you've probably worked with followers on some of your trips outside of just Zakar, but not the death part.
So what do you advise here, Zakar? What should we do?
Well, one of us is going to die. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe the best thing to do now is to split up, and then we won't all die at least.
Yes, I think that's a good idea. And we all leave.
Yeah, we all go in
All
different direction.
all right, I guess session 20.2, let's make new characters. Because Aaron rolled an 18.
Perhaps the hut will protect us, but then it'll leave. We have to continue on the road.
And there's nothing else that could have made this symbol. No, maybe no one's trying to punk us or something.
Well, that would be a horrible trick if that was the case. This is not a laughing matter.
I won't die until my God wills it, so I am not afraid of this. I do not think this means anything to me.
I'm not too worried about it either. I'd take a big swig of booze.
Yes, Biff can only die at my hands.
I'm gonna put my head in my hands, and I'm gonna look up. So, you think it's me? What? I didn't do anything. I'm a loyal, devout worshiper of Ashula Mazdan.
I don't know, man. We just survived a dragon. We kicked a bunch of dudes' asses at the base of the mountain. We fought some monkeys. Like, you know, we're really kind of on a roll here. I'm not too worried about whatever
The gods say.
whatever you're worried about here. It's like we've proven ourselves time and time again. I don't think a lone assassin is going to be able to do much to us.
This is the arm of God.
Yes, I think we're looking at it in two different ways.
Well, is it
I
the
mean,
arm of God,
Here's
really?
the thing:
Or
if it's fate, there's nothing we can do about it. So we continue forward. Your bow would tell you the same thing. If it is an assassin, I dare them to approach us.
yeah, you hear that? We dare you to approach us.
I dared them, but yes.
Well, if it's not for me, I won't fight them.
You will not fight an assassin if they came after one of us,
Not if they were
representing your god.
the bloody arm.
So this target has been marked by your god, or have they been hired by someone else?
Well, both.
So
Would
you
you-
can just pay your god to mark people for death?
Well, they would be marked for death anyways, and then our churches,
Would carry it
Well-
out.
this arm at least, would carry it out.
But who knows when someone is marked for death? How do you know?
Well, I don't know the mysteries of the arm of death.
Well, that seems very convenient, doesn't it?
I suppose so.
Okay. Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
That's why they're such great assassins.
We shouldn't. I don't think we should worry about it. I mean, it's weird. It's weird that there's a symbol on the ground now. I'm not going to deny that. No one noticed anything or making it, but I don't know. We've been up against weird shit this whole time. Let's just roll with the punches, see where it takes us.
Jackson, is that hut ready?
I don't know. Has it been 11 minutes in game? Because it's been like 9 in real life.
It's been 11 minutes.
Yep. You all can pass through, but we can't bring like other random items in. Nobody else can come in. They can't, and no magic can get in.
We can bring our items in, no?
Just what you're wearing, not. You can't like drag your tent or a log in.
Okay. I mean, I've got everything on me. It's backpack and stuff.
And then before I go into the hut, Ben, I'm gonna say like long set of prayers over the symbol in the sand.
Sure. Have the rest of you entered the hut?
I have not. I will stay outside with Zakar and pray quietly with him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go in.
Biff and Jackson, you all are inside of the hut, and as you are looking down at the symbol, Zakar, you see it slowly morph. And when you look at it, I think that you realize that it's not actually drawn in the sand, it is an illusion. It's been placed there. You see that it morphs, and it is no longer holding the skull. It is an open arm that seems to be in sort of a come hither motion instead of a holding something motion. But then it fades.
I'm going to. Wait, so Khalid is out with me?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm in prayer, so I'm not super focused on you.
Okay. Yeah, if he's noticeably in his prayers, then I will go in that direction.
Okay.
Take off quietly.
Yeah, make a stealth check. I regret not making a map for this.
Ooh, that's a good spell check.
Yeah, you
20.
Walk away and nobody seems to notice it, and you walk about like 50 feet away from the light of the fire, and without noticing it, your passive perception is pretty high, but not high enough. There is a hand around your mouth from behind, and you just hear, "Do not scream."
I don't.
We wanted to speak with you. We did not mean to worry you. And they remove their hand from your mouth, and you can turn around.
Okay. Yeah, I do, and I guess I am a little less tense than I was before.
You turn around, and there are two people standing. One is a woman who looks like she's in about her 60s. She is in a jet black tunic with a hood, and you can see she has just two daggers on her side. And then the other one is a man in his early 40s, and he has this intricate tattoo across his jaw that goes over his mouth. It's looks almost like tendrils sort of going up, and he has kind of a top knot. You recognize that he is wearing some stuff that implies that he is a Koshantrian, but he is not from Ursumer, and he is the one who is speaking to you.
What can I do to serve the arm of death?
We do not require your service. It's simply welcome.
What do you mean?
There is a gentleman in southern Zeshan that is marked for death. He is a Goliath from the north. His name is Arnbell. We are a priest of Ursumer, a priest of Koshantrianism. It is the same, you understand?
Of course.
I'm trying to be German. We are not...
This is the time in sprockets in which we dance.
we are not permitted to reach him. He is in a place that, due to a treaty, a official member of any structured military or organization that technically serves a ruling power, cannot interfere. If you were able to kill him, you are the closest, at least that we know of, Koshantrian.
Yeah, of course. Where do you have more details or a map?
Yes, and he hands you a map, and you can
Okay.
see that it's basically on the route that you were going to go.
Sure.
There is a town that you will be getting to probably tomorrow at midday, called Merviz, and then there is a fort called Fort Subdar. And he says, "This is where you must go, Fort Subdar. Troops of any official military are forbidden from entering." So, there is a Goliath named Arnbell. He must die.
You will.
Very well. Once the job is done, we shall be speaking to you again.
Is there any message or way that this needs to be done?
Must be done well. And he smiles at you, and then he turns, and the woman steps up. and she reaches down into her hand, and you can see she is holding a little, like, jar of paint, almost is what it looks like a very small one. And she reaches in and just, like, digs her thumb in, and then takes that thumb and presses it onto your forehead. And it makes, like, a blue thumbprint. And she smiles at you and says, "You are now under the protection of the Arm of Death. Though you are not a member of our church, you are a friend." And she smiles at you and says, "Ashula Mazdan shall walk with you." And then the gentleman says, "Ashula Mazdan will walk with you." And the two of them dip their heads at the same time.
And with you. And I'll dip my head.
And he grins as the two of them start to walk towards the mountains and says, "Oh, and you could tell your friends that they are not in danger, but that wouldn't be as much fun, would it?" And then he keeps walking.
Okay. Yeah, and then I'll return to camp as quietly. I guess I'll try to stealth back so that Khalid doesn't kill me.
Yeah, make a stealth check. Yeah.
17.
I don't think Chloe hears you.
We'll see. Hold on.
I mean, are you actively trying to... Nope.
No, I don't.
Khalid, you finish your prayer, and Zakar's just standing in camp.
Oh, buddy. Oh, no. I'm so sorry to tell you this, Zakar.
What?
The marks moved to your forehead. It's you that's marked for death.
I think
Don't
we'll be...
speak, don't speak. Don't speak. If you speak, he'll find you. Do you want me to kill you before he has a chance to?
I shake my head no.
Okay, well. I'm sorry that you have to die. I go back to praying for you.
Okay. And Zakar, are you joining them in the tiny hut?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Zakar enters the tiny hut and probably does he seem like a little more okay?
Yeah, there's a big weight off. Yeah, for sure. I'm lighter on my feet, and I'd probably have like a grin, actually. So.
I see your prayers have eased your mind.
Yes, I think that Ashula Mazdan will watch over us. I'm sure.
Wait, weren't we worried about it trying to kill us?
Well, I was in prayer, and Khalid was as well, and I believe that we have his blessing.
I roll my eyes in my sleep.
Look, Biff's in REM sleep already. Quiet.
Okay, and then Zakar, you can finish a shift, like, staring out of the tiny hut.
Sure.
And then, so Jackson, when you fall asleep, and this is a heavy night, I promise that we're going to flash forward to through some travel to make up for more stuff happening in a single night than I anticipated. You fall into a deep sleep, Jackson.
Oh, just what I was looking for, some sleep.
And unfortunately, you start to dream. And at first, it feels like a memory of earning the enmity of the Alchemists Guild. And then you are walking through the streets of your hometown, and you pass a massive clock that seems out of the ordinary, like a grandfather clock the size of a Goliath. And then you keep walking, and suddenly you see it again. And then you see a different clock, and a different one. You see clocks hanging on walls where there had never been one. And then you realize that you're not walking on solid dirt or solid stone of the road. Instead, you are walking on some type of glass. And then you notice that the back of your feet gets hit, and you turn and you see the hand of a clock. And then you're looking around, and all you see are different clocks, different hanging clocks that just hang in space, or clocks that make up what should be a building, or something like that. And you are all of a sudden not walking anymore, but you're floating.
This is...
Your feet
I
are
think I've become lost in the astral plane again.
And you hear something almost clearing its throat.
Who's there?
You refer... This being before me refers to itself as Jackson Parr. Is this appropriate?
Yes, that is me.
Acceptable.
What are you looking for?
I see that you have been in contact with the enemy. The enemy has wormed its way into your brain.
I don't know who the enemy is.
I can see him.
I can tell you there's a lot going on in my brain, but there's no one else here.
And yet he lingers. This will prove insufficient. A mortal brain is not powerful enough to keep him at bay.
You've never seen a brain like mine.
This is true.
Am I able to move in any way?
Oh yeah, you can move, and you can actually, like, you realize that you are floating. You can, like, basically fly.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna, like, hover around some of these clocks and, like I'll come over to this one and, like, touch at the hands and, like, feel the weight of them ticking.
Yeah, you realize that this voice, there is a similar sensation to the voice in the cave that you heard that was trying to pull you towards that pedestal. But it does seem like it is physically forming words, and it's almost like it's difficult for it to conceive of speech. Like you feel that in the way that it speaks.
I have a question for you, if you don't mind answering some.
A question may be answered.
Who are you?
That is a difficult question to answer, Jackson Pars.
Well, could I ask what you are?
I am being.
Are you...
I am the pedestal upon which your reality rests. I am that which holds back void which seeks to devour you. That is the enemy. That is what tried to worm its way within your brain.
I don't know what to say to that. I promise you nothing is in my brain
He is
except
there.
my own thoughts.
He
Well,
is there.
perhaps you, because I can't see you right now and you're speaking to me with no mouth.
Would you prefer that I show myself in a certain form?
Yes, I would really love that.
I shall be as comforting as I can. And, right in front of you... Oh no, did I forget to upload it? Oh no. Well, basically a large, very, very nice, like, pocket watch appears in front of you. I'll put another one of these bad boys in.
Alright. Well,
Does it speak Spanish?
It does not.
are there those that worship you on my world?
There are not. The nature of my existence is not the same as your gods. Your gods are a creation of those who came before.
And is there something that you're looking for from me? You say that there's something has wormed itself into my brain.
Indeed. If the void seeks to find...
Can you tell me more about what it is? The void, you say?
Yes.
And how did it get there?
The void saw you. Saw that you do, as you say, have an impressive mind. I believe
Well, I
that
cannot deny that.
he has latched on to you. seeking through you to find a way to subvert me,
Interesting.
to get around
So,
me.
would you say this is... You say it's your enemy. Is it your opposite?
Yes. Void existed.
Your...
Then I came into being, as without being there could be no void. Nothing cannot exist in the absence of something.
Is there something I could help you with, then? Is that what you're seeking?
Yes. I must make you not a vessel of the enemy, but a vessel of myself.
Well, I can't say that I would choose sides in this matter, but what I can say is if this void is attached to me, perhaps you can attach yourself to me as well. And
Insufficient.
you all can...
If the influence of the
Well-
void exists within your mind, you are susceptible to failure.
Failure is such a minor thing. Some say within one failure there's a multitude of successes inside of it.
I have long struggled to understand the mortal mind. I see that I will find no answers in you. Please.
Well, I could show you answers to a lot of things.
I would like to see these answers. But to do that I must have time. I must
Well,
continue
there's
to be as
plenty
I
of
am
time
now.
around us right now.
I have found that that is the easiest way to explain what I am to mortals. You are the first mortal that I have spoken to in 2 realities.
Oh, I am quite honored, but I can't say that. I think you've chosen correctly. I'll say that.
I hope that I
have
have.
many accomplishments, and And what exactly would you ask of me, though?
I ask only that you allow me to rid you of the influence of the void. To do so, I would grant you a great boon.
Oh,
If you would like to
I don't.
assist me in the maintaining of this reality, that would be possible.
Well, I have my own plans for this reality.
I am aware. I do not believe in taking the free will away from mortal beings. I enjoy observing your kind. It gives me something to do as I struggle to keep the void away.
Well, I might be able to accept your offer, your bargain, but what I seek is simply knowledge and tools to tools that would help me to complete tasks that I look to do.
This I can grant you. If you allow me to rid the deepest corners of your mind from the influence of the void.
I mean, I don't like the idea of some void trying to use me for its own schemes and plans. Again, my own schemes are important to me.
This I understand. Your schemes will only come to fruition if this reality continues to exist.
I can agree to that.
The void seeks
What
to
would I
end
have
this
to do
reality.
for you to? What would I have to do for you to rid the void out of my mind? You say you will not replace it, will you?
I will replace it, but I will not influence your actions, Jackson Parr.
Action, Jackson. Okay. Then
Baby,
you got a stew
you've
going.
got a stew going.
Oh boy. Sorry. You're not going to. When you say you won't influence me, you mean both through controlling me somehow, and then also through convincing me, will you? I won't have to hear you talk in my ear. every time I go to take a step.
If you would prefer that I never contact you again, Jackson Parr, this is acceptable.
Well, I mean, look, I'm perfectly happy to talk with and learn things alongside of the essence of being. I just wish not to be lectured.
I shall not speak on subjects you do not wish to hear. Jackson Parr.
Well, this is a deal I think I'm willing to make. You can scrub the void if you wish.
I find you sufficient, Jackson Parr. And you feel all of a sudden...
That's what she said.
That's what I've always wanted to hear from just literally anyone.
I find you
Thanks,
sufficient.
Dad. Can I call you Dad?
Jackson, I'm going to send this to you after the session.
Okay.
And don't feel like you have to make any choices while we're playing, because you're a level 8 wizard. You're already powerful enough. You now have the Pact of the Tome with being.
Tome.
You now have an additional 2nd level spell slot.
Whoa.
And you have a feature that I haven't come up with a name yet, because all the ones that I can think of either sound too cheesy or not cool enough. I'm going back and forth. But if you drop to 0 hit points, you can give up your 2 lowest spell slots that you have at that time, and instead only take half damage of the thing that was going to drop you.
Okay.
So if you only had 1 first level spell slot left and then all of your 2nd levels, you would get rid of your 1st level and your one of those 2nd levels.
Alright, I get 1 bonus 2nd level spell.
It's 1 more spell slot.
Slot, yeah. I can, when taking damage that would reduce me to 0, you said, make me unconscious.
Yeah.
I can spend 2 of my lowest spell slots to take half instead.
Yep. But it is only the damage that would drop you. So if you have 2 attacks on you, it would only be the 2nd one that gets halved. And then you are back at a normal dream. Biff and Khalid, you all have normal dreams. If you dream at all.
Alright.
So now that we're awake, you guys can tell us all about them.
I only dream of running water. A babbling brook.
That's why I went to bed.
Yep, that's why I peed myself.
I try to drink too much to dream.
And okay, the next day, all of you wake up. You might have some good roleplay encounters, but you make it to Merviz, the town that is on Zakar's map. Although you all haven't seen that map, probably not. And you all enter through the east gate.
Has Zakar told us of his mission, or is he to keep that secret?
That's a good question.
Hold on, there's a place called the Sprung Rabbit.
Yep, that's a tavern.
I don't even focus on his mission that he's telling us about.
Talking about a rabbit boner.
No, I don't think I have.
I mean, those male rabbits pretty much always have boners.
Okay, so you all...
I think it's a oxymoron, or not an oxymoron, what's it called? It's redundant.
Yeah.
You all enter the town of Merviz, and you see that there is what looks like a herald about to start a quick reading of a message to the town.
Yeah, listen up.
Walk up to it, yeah.
And he reads from a long scroll. The fort of Subdar has been seized by a force bound by no nation. A small force of men in scavenged armor, led by a group of veteran mercenaries called the Pack. The Shah has given the order to send a spare 30 soldiers to each village with a population over 40 in the territory of Satrap Frataraka. These soldiers shall remain within the towns to which they are stationed, and cannot offer safety to any who wander beyond the safety of the walls. 5 messengers have been dispatched to the court of Akhzum, as the Shah and his army are bound by an ancient agreement to leave the fort unmanned by armies of Zeshan. The Shah promises safety as long as you are in sight of his lands, but advises caution. The roads are not safe. This group of mercenaries are known to take captives to be sold or killed later. This has awoken the Shah. He realizes that there are not enough men in our army. Men between the ages of 15 and 25, who are citizens of Zeshan, are expected to be present in the coming months for drafting lotteries. And when he says that, all of the older people who look like they are of the age that they might have kids in that range start to, like, shout shit at him. And then he just starts talking about, like, administrative stuff. How does everybody react to that news? Well, I guess I'll just go ahead and tip my hand. Khalid, how do you react to that news?
I'm pushing through the crowd, and I'm going to get right up here.
All right, Khalid pushes through. You all watch as your friend just shoves some.
Yeah, I'm just pushing him out of the way. Like, your kid's going to die. Get out of the way.
I'm going to push through with him.
All right.
Hang back.
The two tough fellas push through.
Where are these people you mentioned? Where are they now?
They are in Fort Subdar, to the
How
west.
far is that from here?
It is, you could get there in a few... And before he answers, the gentleman just behind you says, that's where that knight was trying to get people to go with him. And then he says, you could get there in a
What's
few
your name?
hours.
What is your name right now?
Who do you ask that to?
The person that just said something about a knight.
He says, Amir?
Amir. Where's this knight you speak of?
The tavern, and he points at it.
The Sprung Rabbit?
Yes.
All right. You're a good person, Amir. I turn back to the person on the stage thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, give us 4 of your horses now. We will kill these men. Now!
That is ill-advised.
Now!
I am not permitted to give the Shah's resources out. I am simply a herald, sir. And he laughs, but then people, like somebody behind you shouts, but you're authorized to call for our sons to go die! And then they all start shouting at him again.
Yeah, what he said. Also the 4 horses. Go get your goddamn Shah and bring him out here.
I mean, really, for me, just like Big Dog or Small Pony would be all right.
Biff and Jackson, you all know that the Shah is not somebody who likes to be told where to be. So when you hear your friend Khalid say that,
Yeah, we're gonna push up through the crowd, be like, hey, let's take a step
Boy,
back.
it would be very embarrassing to know that, man.
but it does not seem like you are going to be given horses.
All right, well, you're just a stupid herald anyway. You have no abilities.
Hey, let's...
I'm going to the Sprung Rabbit.
All right, do you all follow your friend?
Yeah, I apologize to the Herald for my...
I was very nice to Amir. Don't apologize to him.
Apologize to the Herald.
The Herald, whose name consequently is Harold.
Herald, yeah.
Oh, God.
You all enter the Sprung Rabbit Inn. If you zoom in, you can see where the knight is. He's at the table right near the front. He is sitting by himself. He has
I'm still
a drink.
going to yell out when I walk in. Where's the knight?
The bartender, who you see is a man from Shuhan, comes over and points at the man in full armor. Like he is... There is no skin being shown by his
The
suit.
one with the messenger bag? Is that who you're pointing at?
No, he points at this fella over here.
Okay.
I thought that the night didn't come until 9 p.m. at this season. Ha ha ha. Just making a joke to try and deflect. And I'm gonna go see if they'll give me a glass of wine.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bar as well. Try to get a drink.
Yes, please, of course, here's some wine. It's 1 silver, and, for you.
You got any, like, house cocktails or anything? What's your special here?
Yes, well, we do have it's a blend of sorts. It's a little bit of, milk that has been heated but now cooled, and then...
Okay, you're losing me.
Alright, and then it's a little bit of port and wine mixed together.
And milk, huh?
Yes. But it's been cooled again.
Oh, great. Nothing like good cold red wine and milk. Yeah, I'll give it a go. Why not?
Yeah, and he
It's actually an interesting combination.
makes it for you, and it's actually a drink that was enjoyed before tea or coffee were brought to Europe.
I'm sure it was.
And he
Those idiots.
gives it to you.
Excuse me,
how
sir.
much is it?
I'll speak after they order their drinks.
It's 3 silver total if you're paying together.
Okay, I'll let me pay for you, Biff. Yeah, good friend.
You're so likable.
I'll give him 5 silver.
Just a moment while they haggle over who's
So
going
that's
to pay.
the cost
Thank you.
and the tip.
Just let them figure out what's customary in a society of
Thank you
this
very
kind of
much, sir.
nature.
And then Khalid, you were asking, and when the knight looks at you, you can see that he has some type of like mesh netting in the like visor of his mask that is not dissimilar to the one that you have in your mask, like his visor.
Hello. What is your name?
You may call me Gray.
Gray. Hello, I'm Qualid.
It is nice to meet you, Mr. Qualid.
Yes.
And he holds out his hand to shake with you.
I'll shake his hand.
Are you a warrior, sir? You do have the appearance of one who is familiar with battle.
It's your lucky day, I sure am.
You can notice that he is overpronouncing his words. This is a good thing. Are your companions warriors as well?
Why are you talking like that, sir?
This is how this is how everyone speaks the common tongue.
Where are you from, Sir Knight?
I am Desiro. And when he says that, you know that it is pronounced Dasiro.
Interesting. I heard you were gathering people for a trip.
Indeed, I am on the search for warriors that are powerful enough to face the Pack, a group of vicious mercenaries who have taken several captives. It behooves myself to ask this, Mr. Qualid, would you and your companions possibly be interested in entering? I have a great deal of common trading gold that I would be able to give to you.
Yes, I think that would be of interest to us.
Oh, that is very pleasant. I have...
What was your name again?
You may call me Gray.
Gray. With an E or an A?
An A.
I think this knight is just 3 kids stacked up in a suit of armor.
I do too. I do too. Hey, Zakar.
Yeah.
Would you like to meet this man? His name is Gray. With an A.
An A. Nice to meet you, Gray. I'm Zakar.
Mr. Zakar, it is a pleasure to meet you now.
When do you want to head to the fort?
I would prefer to conduct a small matter of business when the sun sets and then head that way.
Yes. He's from Desiro, Zakar.
And Zakar, you also know that it is pronounced Dasiro.
Right. Oh, well, men from Dasiro are no friends of Urisamer.
I do not hold my countrymen's wager. I simply wish to free those captured by the vile men of the pack, and the men who they now have working for them. And with your assistance, I believe that this is possible. As I have told your friend, Qualid, I do have a great deal of common trading gold that I could possibly help pay any expenses that you have with.
Well, of course, I think Quilid has some business at the fort anyways, or at least that's what it sounded like out there, Quilid.
No,
What was it?
no, I'm just looking for work.
Okay. Well, even so, I think that we could all use some gold on the way. So, yes, tonight. I'm sure our companions will agree. Biff?
Hey,
Jackson?
what's going on?
This is Gray with an A. He wants us to take that fort that Quilid was mad about.
He's from Desiro.
And Biff, you know that it is pronounced Dasiro.
Oh, Desiro. I spent a week there one night.
Uh-huh.
And he wants us to go to this fort?
Yes, I believe that the people inside must be freed.
What's his body language like right now?
You can tell that he is, like a lithe dude. Like, his armor fits very well, but he is like, he's got muscle, but he's more built for dexterity. But
has he, like, tensed up now that everyone's at this table, or has he...
No, he seems like, kind of, like, when you said you were willing to go, he got, like, excited. Like, that is more the body language.
Okay. Do I feel like this language thing is a deception, or is it a...
Make an insight check.
Okay. Well, that's not good.
And then I would say, as a lore bard, I think Biff would also be able to make an insight check.
Okay.
That's better.
Yeah, he is covering up an accent. And it is not an accent of, oh, he speaks a, like, different language for other purposes, because, like, almost everywhere it is basically a requirement, even for humans, to be able to speak the common trading language and then one other language like Dwarven or Elven. It seems like he is covering up an accent that comes from a completely different dialect of Common.
I see.
Hey, Gray, buddy, what part of Desiro did you say you're from?
I am from the northern part of Desiro.
Oh, okay. So, I don't want to just start making up names into your world. Would I know any cities up around those parts?
Yeah, you know Lasai.
So, would you say you're from, like, around Lasai?
Yes, I am from Lasai.
Oh, interesting. Do you know Robbie G in Lasai?
I do not know him. And you know from your time in Lasai that everybody knows Robbie G.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, you'd think you'd run it. I mean, it's a pretty small. Is it small? What's it like?
It's a major city, but
Okay. Okay.
Robbie G's just that kind of guy, you know.
It's got that small town feel to it, where
Yeah.
I feel like everyone knows everyone.
Yeah,
Kinda
he's
like
just a
little-
small town boy born and raised in South Detroit.
Born and raised in Lasai.
I appreciate your all's willingness to come to my aid and the aid of those trapped within the fort. I hope that the sun sets soon and that we might be able to set out.
What are they trapped by exactly?
A group of vile mercenaries. The Pack, they are called, and they have hired a group of other mercenaries of some renown.
I would not go in there.
Woo!
Hey, Jackson, come meet Gray. He's from Desiro.
And Jackson, you know that it's Dasuro.
Oh, nice to meet you, Gray.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Jackson.
Hey, man with the messenger bag, come over here. This man's from Desiro.
I'm not doing it anymore.
So, I'm sorry. Mr. Jackson is my father. You can call me Lord.
Of course, Lord. I also have a bit of good news. For our efforts to liberate those trapped within, I have been granted the privilege of giving my life, if need be.
Oh, that's great news.
Is that what you want to do?
I would prefer to liberate the prisoners, but without my own death. But if it is impossible, I am more than willing to give my life.
Okay, well we'll try to avoid that scenario. See, what is this paying exactly? Because we're kind of well known. We stole the egg from a sleeping dragon. We took its young straight from under a powerful dragon. So we're not your average rent a day adventurers here.
Ah! And he pulls out a sack, and you can see him open it up, and he only scoops out about half of it, and then he lays it on the table. And it looks like it's gold mixed with platinum and silver. It looks like all total it's probably around, 400 gold. And he says, "This is the entirety of my common trading gold. Would this be appropriate?"
I mean, for all of it, for the whole bag you have?
Oh, this is not common trading gold.
What is that?
It is... I cannot say. That was both him trying to think of what to say and me trying to think of what would this guy think is an acceptable thing to say.
What do you guys think? You guys think 400 is all right?
Is it not common currency like this? And I hold up my Jornish dime. Or Yornish, whatever it's pronounced.
Yes, it is gold from that place. Where that place is, that I know is not acceptable, and you all know that it is acceptable.
Yeah, I think that seems like a fair price, and of course we'll be doing some good while we're there, killing some horrible people and saving some good ones, hopefully.
Is there any way I can try to kind of sneak a glance into the bag to see if I can see anything, or is he got it closed tight?
He doesn't have it closed. Make a perception check, I guess.
20.
It is coin. It is not of a nation that you have ever seen before.
Does it look like the coin I got off of the Judicator?
No. It is gold, but it looks like it was made with completely different practices than normal gold.
As a lore bard, that is interesting to me. But I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to kind of note it.
And if you all don't have any more questions for Gray, if you do, I'm willing to answer them, but we could take a break, get back at 7:40, and go ahead and skip to nighttime when your buddy Gray is planning to go and do some business and then head to the fort.
Yeah, okay.
Question before we go. When you say it looks like it's made in a different fashion, is it made kind of like the mystical alchemy that changes components to other things?
No, it looks like it was physically made, but just with different minting practices.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm good. I'm ready for break then.
10 minutes before we do meet up with Gray, I'm going to find Steve. That's right, I took it.
Well, we already don't get along, so...
And I will Phantom Steed.
All right.
But mine's forever. Yours is only an hour.
That's true.
All right, and we go on break.
All right.
Now we should be on the good thing. Are we on it?
Oh, look at that, Ben.
Yeah, we're on.
Yeah, we're on it. Hey, and there's a little bit of music. There's a little bit of music with it. This man's is not sketchy at all. This man is just a nice fella.
You can tell by his slow cadence that he's got nothing up his sleeve.
Aaron, was the map that you liked the one with all the clocks? Oh, he might have left. Might just be me.
I'm here right now, but I'm about to walk away.
Oh,
right now.
All right. Goodbye. I don't think he's sketchy. I think he just seems like a really cool guy, and it seems odd that people would be perplexed by a guy keeping a helmet on in a tavern. I think that's completely reasonable behavior. Well, we should have a little bit of music going, so I think that's pretty cool.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey, was the map that you liked the one with all the clocks?
Yeah. No, it looked really good, dude. I liked the layering on it.
I realized while I was making sure that all the maps worked that the Salvador Dali clock painting is actually not fair use because he didn't die as long ago as I thought he had.
Oh, really? Interesting.
So I had to come up with another way to make clocks seem uncomfortable. I had to look up the philosopher that you posted the name of.
Oh, really? Yeah, he has a book called Being in Time.
Yeah. Well, I planned it. I'm actually very smart and had that in mind. No, yeah, I didn't realize it, but his head, Gray's head, is almost the same size as most of your own. Like him next to Khalid.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody has talked about how our heads are all way bigger than everybody else's in the world.
You all are playing on big head mode.
Yeah, right.
Our heads are the size of their entire bodies. Well, at least like 3/4 of their bodies.
It's just that you all get close-ups. if this is a TV show, that's all.
But these are our headshots.
Yeah.
How we got the rack.
Alrighty. Do you all believe you know what's up? With
I do not. I mean something's definitely off. But I don't know.
Okay.
What's going on with him?
Brian, did you say you're back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay. Then it comes to nighttime. And basically, like, there is a window, but Gray is not facing it. And the moment that the light of the sun is replaced with the light of a, early night sky, he just stands up. And you see he has a very nice rapier at his side, and he lifts a shield that you can see has the same, wing tip as his helmet design. And he stands up and picks it up and says, "I believe now it would be appropriate for us to go."
Ben, sorry, before we met back up with them, could I have tried to have shot Fail Not?
Oh, sure. Go ahead and make the wisdom saving throw.
14.
That is not the DC.
Interesting.
Or is it?
It used to be 13.
Oh, is it 13? Okay, my bad. Then you do succeed. I'm sorry.
It could have changed.
No, there is a version of Fail Not that exists in my home game that has a different DC and it's much higher. So that is my fault.
Okay.
No, it's 13. It doesn't go up every time you use it or anything. That would be
That's
cool.
what I
But, no, yeah, you've got fail not.
Okay, awesome.
And Gray is, when you all show up, he's just sitting down, then sun completely sets, and he just bolts right up.
Also, I was just kidding. I don't actually cast Phantom Steed.
Okay, no worries. Shall we go now? I am going to try to acquire poultices.
Okay,
Yeah, let's go.
you lead the way, bud.
There is a woman who lives outside of the village, I have been told about. Her name is Old Miriam.
Doesn't seem very nice.
I agree with you, he says, just kind of throwing that out there. And you all walk for a little bit outside of the town until you come to a point where you can just see this, like, dagger of rock that pierces the sky with a hole in it. And he says, that is where she lives. Inside. Follow me, and we shall get something to aid us in our fight against these vile, vile men.
Before we head in there,
Yes.
are we going to confront this person for the thing that you're looking for?
I wish to free those who are kept hostage.
Are they here?
No,
They're at the fort.
they are at the fort.
Right.
Fort. Yes.
So what are we looking for in here?
Yes, we don't need to go here. We should go to the fort now.
I'm all for looking for an item that you need, but
if a fight occurs,
I just want to make sure that we're not going in there. Swords ablazing.
Certainly, if a fight occurs, however, it is always good to have supplies in the event that you are in need of aid.
No, I don't mean the fort. I mean here.
I don't.
What do we have? What's going on in here?
This is the home of Old Miriam, the woman
He
who
wants to get
makes potions.
poultices. Yeah, potions.
Oh.
I apologize
potion
for the
maker, okay.
miscommunication. Occasionally I have
So we're
trouble.
here to exchange goods and services. Got it.
Yes, I do not believe a fight will occur.
Okay. Well, for later, Zakar, here, and I hand you the vial with the weapon poisons on it. You should be able to put that on 2 of your arrows, but they won't last long, so you have to... You probably got like 10 minutes before the poison will wear off.
Oh, thank you. That's good to know. Ben, can you remind me what mechanically they do?
They do
It's 1d6 poison damage
Okay.
for up to 10 minutes, and you can apply it to 2 arrowheads.
Would it be a bonus action to apply it, or a standard action?
It would be a bonus action to
Or-
apply it. And for using it, it's basically the next 2 hits that you score would
Okay.
have it, because I don't think it's... While it's realistic that you might miss with the arrow that you dip in it, it's not fun.
Okay.
If you hit somebody
Can do
a
that.
minute after you apply it, you have 2 arrows that can do that. But you
Awesome.
all walk through a sort of long cave, and at the far end, you can hear, "Come in! Come in!"
I say bing.
What?
The carpet doesn't fly?
Carpet does not fly.
Okay. I just had a feeling from another game.
Hello there. My name is Miriam. You can call me Old Miriam. That's what everybody calls me.
Is that what you want to be called?
Oh, sure.
Seems
It gives me a little bit of a title. My mother
Okay.
wanted me to marry a lord when I was young. It feels as if I've earned a title of my own.
Fair enough.
So,
How well do you know Gray?
I don't believe we've ever met. And Gray says, "We have not met." So, you all have arrived in the early night. I assume that you want something. We would like potions. things that can heal us. She looks at all of you and says, "Is this true?"
Well, yes, sure. I mean, do you have other kind of elixirs and tinctures?
I do. I've got a potion that can make you breathe underwater. Potion that can let you climb on walls. Most of what I make is to heal, remove curses, to cure diseases.
Interesting. How do you,
You are looking into
go about
a tub that you can tell is looked for bathing when you're down there. And then this is her cauldron up here.
Okay. Hopefully that's not the water you use for the potions.
It's not. I use a little bit of... There's a wild berry that grows close by. It's called a yawnberry, and...
Well, a yawnberry.
Yes. In fact, if you
I write that down in my book.
If you use it in place of other ingredients and a few things, it can actually be used to put people to sleep. But you have to have a few other strong ingredients, but enough of them mixed together with a few other ingredients, such as fine wine, a little bit of thistle, and the leaf of mistletoe, not the berries, can create a healing potion.
Interesting. I've written all of this down.
Yeah.
This is a similar concoction that I've made before, but it's still unique.
That's certainly good to hear that my recipe's not too far off. I could give you each a potion for free.
Oh, I would love to test the wares and
by free, I mean not with gold, but something else that you could pay me with.
What is the
well,
price?
maybe after a few more drinks I could manage, but
no. If I were a little younger, I
mean, have you seen Biff though?
would like. I certainly have. I would like some of your blood. She just smiles at you.
No thanks. I'm out.
No, don't give her your blood.
What would you do with the blood?
Oh, I just need blood of humans, blood of halflings, blood of elves.
What do you do with it?
Oh, it's useful
I've used blood in some rituals before.
Yes, it's
Hey,
just...
Ben. Sorry, real quick. Can you change the scene back to the map?
Are we not on the map? Oh, shit! Oh, no. Are we back?
Oh shit.
Okay, my bad, everybody.
Yeah, we're good now.
My fault.
Sorry.
Take that, your
Here,
imaginations.
I'm gonna show you where old Miriam lives with the splash image, and then I'll bring us back to...
And look at that, Ben. Our viewers went up one more when we came back from the stream.
Phew. All right. That's old Miriam's from the outside, and this is it on the inside. Yes, I'd like just a little of your blood. I use it for some of my stronger potions.
Don't do it.
I mean, do what you want, but
I don't even think we should take her regular potions.
Honestly, I'm usually covered in blood after our fights, so it'd be pretty easy to get from me.
I can give you my blood, old Miriam, but I will need to go outside with the apparatus which you want me to put it in, and put it there, and then bring it back in here.
No, you can do it here.
Yeah,
just take your mask off. We can get some cheek blood.
No, I would prefer to
Take your helmet off.
cut my finger in private.
Hmm.
When you say take your helmet off, he backs away from you.
I step forward.
What's happening here?
I
Wait.
would prefer to keep my helmet on.
Let
Why
him
is
keep
that?
it on. You never take your mask off.
Hey, Zakar, mind your business.
I have been horribly scarred. I do not wish for anyone to see my scarred face. The light of the sun hurts my scars even through thick clothing and armor.
See, Coley, you could.
But it's dark
you could
out.
identify with that, right?
Yes, but I do. It is very disgusting to see my horrible face.
I promise you, I will not be disgusted. I'm a man of the cloth.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
While they're causing some kind of a commotion over there, I'm gonna look into her
Oh my
cauldron.
god! You look into it, and it is like a brownish green gloop that's like boiling and bubbling at the top. And Gray kind of like looks down, and he says, "I promise to you all that I am not your enemy." And he reaches up to his helmet, and he removes it, like he leans forward to lift it up, and before you can see the details of his face, you see billowing white hair. And then he straightens up, and you can see that he has skin the color of ink, and he has features that are not unlike the elves that live in sort of northeastern Hallandor. Whereas they have blonde hair and blue eyes and thin features, he has the same. It's just, stark white hair, inky colored skin, and his eyes are instead just a single piece of white, both of them.
Is he cute?
He is ridiculously good looking. Like,
Alright.
he is a pretty boy to the max. He is not horribly scarred.
My disposition changes immediately. I'm much more welcoming and warming towards him now.
Have any of us ever seen someone that looks similar to this?
No, but you know what he is. You know that he is a drow.
I said, no way. Are you... Is this an illusion?
No, it isn't.
If it is, keep it up.
Do you mind if I speak in my normal voice now?
Oh, actually, that's much, much better.
Of course.
I cannot do a Welsh accent. That's what he sounds like.
Just make it unintelligible. And that's the Welsh accent.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically that he is speaking your language. It just sounds so far off.
I mean, that's actually less attractive, but no, sorry, Welsh people.
I am from the below.
I think they understand.
I am from the below.
Why have you come up?
No one is permitted to be in the above, except for, there was a young girl from my kingdom who... There are no other drow children her age for her to interact with, and so she snuck above, and the prince, who is my commander, he uses the apparatus of the queen to ensure the safety of all of our people in my kingdom below, and he saw her above, and he could tell through the magics that allow the queen to know the safety of her subjects, where she was in a great distress and she has been captured. And what's more, there is another drow, one who betrayed us and came above some time ago, and he is the one who has captured her.
What is the old woman's reaction to this?
She's just stirring that cauldron. When she said elf, she was kind of looking towards where him and Quillied were standing.
Okay.
Are they in the fort? Why are you going to the fort?
Yes. She is held in the fort, and he is waiting in the fort.
Well, it's an honor to fight next to a drow. We sing of Hunverda still.
He smiles.
Is he lying?
He has not told a lie since he took the helmet off.
Okay.
He smiles when you say Hunverda, and he says, Hunverda was my uncle.
I'm just like, my jaw drops when he says that. What do you mean?
An uncle is the brother of one of your parents?
No, I know, I understand that, but he died when he came up to the surface.
Yes. A drow is not supposed to die until they are given permission. And he risked his life in the below, and so he was told that he must come to the above. And when he came to the above, he wrote home often to my mother, and we heard of his death defending a group of people in Sumer.
Well, as I said, we have hymns of his tales of bravery.
If I survive and make it back to the below, my family will be happy to hear that in some time. He was very kind to me when I was a little boy, but that is the only time that I can remember him. He's watching you as you move around him, Biff.
I'm just checking him out.
Yeah, I mean, he's a gorgeous man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get every angle of him.
Yeah, they're all good. So, now that you know, and he takes off his gloved, gauntleted hand, and he walks forward and offers his hand to be cut. And Miriam goes, oh, wonderful, and she gets a little jar and cuts it. And you see that his blood has a sort of shine to it as it drips into the jar. And then she says, thank you, and she corks it, and she goes over to this little cabinet, and she takes a sort of violet red, it's like a mason jar, but with a cork in it, and brings it over to him. Hands it to him.
I move over to Zakar, and I whisper, this man can't be trusted.
Of course he can.
No.
He's a drow.
Yes.
Yes.
Agreed.
Okay, I'll take out my knife and prick my finger with it and let her get some blood.
Yeah, she kind of, without asking, just kind of squeezes at your finger to make a little bit more come out.
Yep.
And then she says, well, thank you very much. And she goes back and brings you a pretty much identical looking potion. It's a regular healing potion. 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, that's our blood for this?
Mm-hmm.
And blood is a very powerful thing. I
Oh, it is. That's why...
would hope that we would get more than just a single potion for it.
Make a persuasion check. No, it costs a great deal of money for me to get the ingredients besides the yon berries, so I think this is acceptable. Would anyone else like to take a healing potion for the price of a little bit of their blood?
I don't want a healing potion, but do you have any drugs I can pay money for?
Oh, of course. And she goes over and she gets some mushrooms that instead of the white ring, she comes back and she has some that have a violet ring. The same brown as the ones that Zakar found and Jackson has, but these are with a purple ring on top.
Yeah, how much for a quarter?
Oh, call that 8 gold.
8 gold? Okay, yeah. I'll give her 8 gold.
Yeah, and she gives it to you.
Eat one right away.
Okay.
Jesus.
Biff, you now have disadvantage on perception checks,
Okay.
but you have advantage on insight checks.
Personal insight checks.
On advantage on good times.
Well,
I'll have some too.
okay. And Zakar takes a bite. Same thing.
No, I'm not eating. I just want to buy. I just want to buy some.
Okay. Yeah. She takes your 8 gold and gives you the same numbers of mushrooms.
Oh, you're doing them now, Biff.
Just one. Yeah, just a little micro dose.
I was thinking that we could do them at camp sometime, but
Oh, no, I've got plenty left. We'll have plenty of opportunities.
okay.
Do you think you can throw some of those mushrooms in for me? Since, again, that blood is so much more powerful than this food.
Because you gave me blood, I'll give you 3 mushrooms, same as I gave them, for 4 gold.
Okay.
And she takes 4 gold, gives you 3 mushrooms. And Gray is smiling at you, Khalid. And he just says, "Are we ready to go?" I am
Yeah.
ready to go.
I'm ready.
Yeah, let's go.
And as I said, I am willing to give my life as long as you ensure that the little drow girl is able to make it back safely to the Underdark.
That won't be necessary, Gray.
I'm happy with you giving your life.
And you all continue in the night, and this is the best representation of Fort Subdar that I could find. It is not a...
Well, grainy.
As you're approaching, it is very grainy. It is not a very large fort. Like, it definitely seems like it was made in haste during a military campaign, but then it was like the wood was replaced with plaster and concrete and a few bricks. The walls don't even look big enough for somebody to stand on, so it does not look like as you approach that there is anybody coming to like do a watch. And you all come through a very, very small tree line to a grouping of rocks that allow you to spy the gate far ahead.
Hey, Ben.
Yes.
Let me ask you something about a spell. If somebody were to cast Hunter's Mark, I know it has a verbal component, but does the person who is marked know?
Hey, Zakar, allow me to ask you a question. Or, hey, Aaron.
Yes.
Brian's question.
I don't think that they know that they're marked.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Then. So you
Usually
Hunter's
spells that people know, it says it in the description.
Yeah, right.
So you Hunter's Mark Gray.
I am, yes.
Okay. And Gray is just, every time he looks at one of you all, he just gives you a big smile.
And while we're approaching, I'm going to go ahead and cast Pass Without Trace. I take out a bit of burnt spruce, and I'll crumble it up in my hand and say a prayer to Ushulam Azdan, and cast it on us.
And each of you get +10 to stealth checks. And you all come up, and you are safely behind some rocks. You can see there are 2 human guards really close to the gate. And you can see that there is some fire from the other side, from you all looking to the right of the gate. There's some fire, probably more than one. And it would be possible through kind of shooting yourself around these rocks for you to not be seen by the guards of the gate, because they do look human.
And it's dark out here where we are.
It is dark out there where you all are, yeah.
Ben, I'm gonna cast Longstrider with my my new bracers at 2nd level, so it is on Khalid and me.
Okay.
And that is not a concentration spell.
Okay, nice. So, Khalid, Zakar, your speed is now 40. And there you go. So, how would you all like to proceed? Gray seems willing to do whatever you all want. Gray mentions to you all as he's clanking along. He just says, "I can move quietly when I have extreme focus, but it is still difficult for me when I am in all of this armor. So, perhaps I would be best as a distraction."
we might be able to do this bloodlessly. I could perhaps create an image of a siege weapon that could definitely take down this fort if we were to employ it. Maybe that could intimidate them into giving up the prisoners. Do you think that could work?
I do not know.
No, they're ruthless. We should go in and kill them.
Yes.
Go straight kill them?
Every person in this place needs to die.
Alright, well, I'm going to cast Haste on Zakar.
Jesus Christ, Zakar, you're so fast right now.
And Gray says, if we are trying to get in without them noticing, I did a bit of scouting. There is some cracking in the wall to the north of the fort. Could perhaps be climbed.
Yeah, well, we gotta do it quick because I didn't realize that spell's only 1 minute when I cast it. So
Yeah, let's go. I go at 80 feet every 6 seconds.
Yeah, and you all see it's back here. There is like some bushes at the bottom of the wall, and at the top, you can see above the bushes there is enough cracking in the wall that you could climb if you were successfully acrobatic or athletic.
I look at the two people by me and I say, is that something you guys can do?
I should have no problem.
I can get up to that corner, I think.
Do you want to get on my back? How big is
I
Jack?
would love to.
Jackson probably only weighs like 140 pounds, maybe?
Yeah, that's accurate.
Is there people on the walls or anything like that?
No, the walls are like 20 feet up and only seem to be like 3 feet deep.
Okay. I can, I mean, probably about 10 feet back from where we're at is my horse, if Jackson wants to ride that.
Well, I thought we were trying to sneak around.
Well, I mean,
don't
there's
think
no one
we're
on
that-
the sides, right?
Yeah, but
Well,
I'm
they
afraid
could hear a horse.
those guards would hear a horse stomping.
True. I don't know why
It's
they
an,
went to that back
it's
wall.
an
They weren't so
impressive-
fast over there. I didn't know
It's
that
an-
gray guy could move that fast.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
All right, bye.
And I'm gonna try and run to here.
Yep.
I'm taking this path around this boulder and then straight up.
Yeah.
Or like diagonally up.
I mean, unless one of you is like intentionally being loud, I think you can make it there without alerting anybody just yet.
All right.
Ben, while they were talking, I went ahead and climbed up the...
Sure. Yeah. Make either acrobatics or athletics check. Your choice.
Okay. 22?
Okay. And you can see that there is a what looks like a storage house that you would be able to climb up, or drop down onto. It's like only 10 feet high, and so you would be able to drop down to it safely and somewhat quietly.
Okay.
Wait, where did
Can I
Zakar go?
Can I help Jackson get up?
Yeah, you'd be able to like hoist him. So I guess Jackson, you can make your athletics or acrobatics with advantage.
Okay, let me find my character sheet again. I think acrobatics is what I'll do. 19.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
You get up deftly after Khalid just tosses you up about halfway.
I wink at Biff with my hands down and I say, you can do it too.
Hell yeah. I'll jump in there.
Yeah, make yours with advantage and +1.
Alright, 13.
Alright, yeah, you get thrown up to almost the top, and you're able to cling to the back of Jackson's shirt.
Alright.
And then I look at Gray, and then I climb up on my own.
Okay. Yeah, you make it up. Gray gets up just behind you.
Push him off. No.
Ben, so I'm dashing and trying to get on top of this silo. So I don't know what I could actually do in this.
So
160 feet of movement, I guess, is what I have.
So.
And really, I could use my bonus action to dash
again.
I mean, are you gonna get here and like climb the kitchen? Like this is all dirt below you.
Right. Yeah. No. So I'm trying to, I guess, stick to the wall, like the shadows in the wall, and I want to try to get on top of the silo. So if I can just get to the kitchen, I guess I'll hide behind it.
Yeah, you would be able to squeeze through the kitchen, that little space.
Yeah.
But when you get through it, you can now see everything in this level.
Okay.
And you can see there are 4 guards who are not seemingly on watch duty, and they are drunk as hell. And then you can see, if you zoom in, there is what looks like a tiefling woman and a Goliath man sitting kind of like snug together. Both, well, the Goliath drinking and the tiefling with an ale in her hand but not seeming to drink. And you can see, like, her face looks like it's a weird shape from this distance. If you really focus, you can see that she's wearing a mask that has a beak, like a plague doctor's mask. The Goliath has a mask next to him, but is not wearing it.
Okay, so what of my action economy did I use to get to where I'm at right now?
That's just movement.
That's just movement. Okay. And how tall is the silo?
The silo is... like the top of the silo is above the walls. Like the top of it is like 40 feet up. Like it's like a grain silo. It is pretty sheer. It would be... You'd probably have to employ like some rope and tossing it up to really get up there.
And what about how tall? So between the kitchen and what is this greenhouse? Is that
That's the guardhouse.
Guardhouse. Okay. So between those two, which is the taller of the two?
The kitchen is about 20 feet high.
And the guardhouse is how
high? 10 feet high. You can see through a, like... There are no, like... There are openings like windows, but there aren't, like, glass or anything. You can see that basically it's like a desk, a ledger, and a portcullis is what's in there.
Okay. I'll use my standard action to dash up on top of here, then.
Sure. Make a new stealth check.
Okay. That's 28.
Okay.
I'll then use my bonus action to cast... oh, I'm not close enough, actually.
Really quickly, I know that Zakar is doing this super fast.
Yeah, sorry.
What's everybody else doing?
I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to put my bug down to...
The wall isn't really thick enough for you to do that safely.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just going to sit my bug on the wall and have it run over to here.
Sure. And when it gets there...
take a look into this, past this wall.
Yep. And it can see that there is something that is about 1 story high, but it looks like there's probably a second floor below of a, like, fortified little keep. And then there is another building that seems to be guarded. Both of the buildings have 2 guards that are not drunk by the looks of it.
We gotta get them drunk.
Khalid, Biff, you all have gotten there. Gray comes up behind you, seemingly keeping himself pretty quiet.
And for my bonus action, Ben, I just cast Slayer's Prey on this guy, this guard.
Okay.
And that's my turn. Sorry.
Okay. So Jackson, you have seen that there is this large keep. It looks like it was built a really long time ago, and then a more modern little building. Both of them guarded by two guards. And all of these guards that you see, they are in like scavenged armor. Like they will have pauldrons from one set of like plate, and then like a leather breastplate, and that's it. And it's all like seems to be just like this mix of everything. And
The rest of these guards, are they just human? Other than the Goliath and
seem to be
Tiefling?
human, half elf, half human.
Okay.
Seems like that.
And then I'm going to use the hasted action to apply the poison to the arrows, Ben.
Sure. Okay. Anybody else have anything that they would like to do?
I don't think so.
What is the plan, Khalid?
I'm gonna get closer to everybody.
The plan is that you stay out of my way. And I step forward. I step away from him.
Well,
When I see... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I would like to sneak, so I'm going to stay right here. I will not be in your way.
When I saw Khalid step forward, I'm going to fire on the Goliath.
Okay.
Or not fire, I guess loose my arrow.
Yeah. I'm gonna zoom in to show everybody what the...
The dog does not want zoomed in.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's the Goliath and the Tiefling. So you're gonna loose on the Goliath?
Yeah, so I guess it's considered surprised.
Yeah, so
I
make
think
your
so.
first attack with advantage.
Okay.
I'm
going...
watching for Zakar. Can I, like, move when he shoots?
Yeah. But
So I'm going...
Okay,
Sorry,
go ahead. Sorry, you go ahead.
I'm going to... so for my first standard action, my regular one, I'm going to attack with Sharpshooter. And that is only a 12 to hit. Jeez.
12 does not hit.
Okay. My second attack, I will not attack with Sharpshooter on the... so it's the attack action. So do I still have advantage?
Yeah, you still have
Part of the
advantage.
same action? Okay. Oh, sorry, that wasn't with Sharpshooter. So that's a 26 to hit.
Okay, 26 does indeed hit.
Okay. And that's a... oh, yeah, and so for my second standard action... Sorry, haste, I know. Is the second standard action, I'm going to attack again on the same guy. Twice, so...
Okay, yeah, the 25 and the 28 both hit.
Ooh.
Or the 26 and the 28 all hit.
Okay. So the so that's 19 plus 20 plus 22, which is
Jesus.
61 plus yeah, plus 5 damage from the poison.
So 67.
66 damage. And I'm going to do radiant damage for all of the extra ones.
Okay. Yeah, he is bloodied.
Oh, okay.
Khalid, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm
It's
gonna
your turn
double.
in this surprise round.
Yeah, I'm gonna double move. So let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I have 40 feet right now because of Long Strider. I'm gonna go right here, and I'm gonna shove this dude using my charger feet.
Sure.
I'm gonna shove him into the fire.
Yeah.
And then because of Sentinel, he'd essentially be leaving my I'd get an attack of opportunity out of him for trying to leave.
Sure.
So He shouldn't have tried that, and I'll use Mage Killer on him.
Okay.
13.
13 does not hit,
Okay.
but you have knocked him into the fire, and he is now on fire.
Okay.
Okay, and everybody, that's probably, I'd say 4th round of haste, so you're about to be on your 5th, as we roll initiative.
Okay, thanks. 13.
10.
Okay, and there we go. First up in the initiative order, it is Gray's turn. He is going to dash and get between these two guys. He has his rapier drawn. Then it is... I believe... Yes, it is the Tiefling's turn. Khalid, as you get there, you recognize this is straight up what one of the members of the pack looked like. A Tiefling woman with a Plague Doctor mask. And you easily recognize the shape, but not a mask, of one of the other 5.
The Goliath.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is, in fact, the Tiefling's turn. And just 1 second.
Be careful, that tiefling looks like it's poised and ready for action.
Poison ready for action.
Poised and ready for action.
Sorry, we're far away from each other. It's hard to get every word you say.
I'm around the corner too. That absorbs a lot of sound.
Yeah.
I get
We're
it.
really giving away where we are. We probably shouldn't yell like this in a fight.
I think they know now.
Well, they know where I am. I don't know if they know where you are.
That's true,
around that
but
corner.
They still don't. I'm not around any corner. What do you mean? I'm hidden in that barrel.
You and your bardic abilities around that corner. Let me list off your abilities. Cutting words.
Don't tell them that I might mock them viciously. That takes away from the actual action.
Eases the burn.
You still have Pass Without a Trace on, though. So just when you're saying this, you have to cover your mouth like it's muffled.
Okay, and she is just going to stand, and she is going to touch the Goliath who's next to her. And that is her turn. And next up, it is the Goliath, who shoots up and starts sprinting towards you, picking up his great axe and throwing his head back into a roar, and just sprinting towards you. He currently has 80 feet of movement, but took 15 to get up, so...
Hey, Ben, sorry. This is my first time having sneak attack. Would I have had it that turn? Since I had advantage.
That is what I thought that you rolled instead of Slayer's Prey.
No, that was the poison. That was on.
Okay, then, yeah, if you want to go ahead and apply it.
Okay, 3 damage.
Yep. Whoa, you're a rogue.
Yeah.
Okay. But he is going to get right in front of you, and he lifts his big old axe.
Did he put his mask on, or is he still unmasked?
No mask.
Okay.
They were having a conversation, but who knows what about. And he is going to... Oh, sorry, it's not an axe. It is a great big maul. It is basically a massive pole that only Goliath hands could fit around, with just this great big, like, rock mound at the end. He's going to swing it to hit you.
That'll hit.
25. Yeah, okay. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh, wait, sorry. Plus 3. So you take 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And then he is just going to swing it again. 27, 20 damage. 20 bludgeoning damage.
Plus 3?
Nope, that was his range maul. I remembered to roll it correctly. So basically, he just comes in and just brings that maul up and drives it down into you. And then he just takes it back like he is trying to, like, hammer something into the ground and just brings it back down in the exact same motion, opening you up for even more pain.
Yep, it was painful.
And that is his turn. Next up, it is Zakar's turn.
Okay. I'm going to use 2 attack actions. So I'm going to roll that 4 times. I'm not going to do... well, I'll do sharpshooter once out of those. So I'll go ahead and do that. 1... Oh, that's an advantage still. Whoops. So it's 16 to hit, 13 to hit, 25 to hit, and then this is the sharpshooter for 23 to hit.
Okay, and were all of those against the Goliath?
Yeah, all of them were against the Goliath.
Okay, only the 13 didn't hit. And
Okay.
the one on the 16 is a sneak attack.
Yes. Okay.
Because he's engaged with Khalid.
Right. So that is so we're at 17 plus 14, which is what, 31?
Yep.
Plus 26.
Okay, with your third arrow, you have dropped him. So fourth attack could go to somebody else. Basically, oh wait, hold on. All of those are halved. I still think you kill him. Let's see, 17. I need to calculate that again. My bad. 17.
Okay, so we're at 31, and then plus 26, which is 54. No, 57. Plus 6 is
70, or 63.
63. Right. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. He is still standing.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
And then I'll. Yeah, no problem. And then I'll use my bonus action to hide.
Okay. Yeah, so he is still standing, but he looks real bad.
All right. That's my.
Thanks for laying back, so it looks like I killed him.
Okay, then after Zakar, it is Biff's turn.
Alright, I'm going to sneak up here kind of between these barrels, and then point the wand of enlarge and reduction at Khalid, and make him as big, if not bigger, than that Goliath that he's fighting.
He does, in fact, become larger.
What's my height?
What's your normal height?
6 feet.
You're 12 feet tall.
And what's the height of this wall?
The walls are about 20 feet up.
These walls on the inside?
Oh, those about 15 feet up.
Okay, so I'm still under. Good. Just reveal myself to everyone behind there.
Oh, I mean, this gate, like, they can see through, so I guess already one of them ran inside. The other one seems to be, like, spear forward, like, looking and waiting in case you all get through.
And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on Khalid.
Well, thanks.
For 7.
I'll take it. Thank you.
You get 7 points of health back. Next up, it is both of these guys. Both of them are going to attack Gray twice. One of them hits with his second attack. That's the one with Slayer's Prey on. Does a okay amount of damage. Second one is going to attack twice. Misses. Okay, so Gray is still standing. Gray's still looking okay. Next up, Jackson. It's your turn. 5.
Okay.
Jackson 5.
When I get to here, and can I see them over these barrels?
Yeah.
I mean, more than Khalid.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I might start with this. Let me see the range I am here. Okay. So for my action, I'm going to cast. I create that glyph that looks like, and this is at second level, the glyph that turns into looks like you're peering into a looking glass at the sun, and cast Flaming Sphere on this location. Let me click on it. Let me just draw a red circle.
Yeah, sure. At least the tiefling has to make a save. She got a 19.
Yes, she passes. So she takes half damage.
Okay. Which is then further halved.
Why is this not drawing a shape? It's weird.
Is anybody else in it? Or no, it's just 5 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it's basically whoever it collides with, where is anyone within 5 feet when it comes to peer.
Okay, so it is halved to 3, and then that is halved to 2.
Okay. And now I'm gonna use my bonus action. Oh my god. If I can grab it now. To move it and slam it into these two guys.
Okay. Then they will both make a save. Failure, success. One was a 11, one was an 18.
Okay, do you want me to roll individually for them, or you just want to use the 6?
I say we'll use the 6.
Okay.
So this guy is already on fire, so I'm going to say that he'll take double damage, so he'll take the 12.
Okay.
And, then the
and that's all of my actions.
Okay. There we go. Oh, there you go. You did in fact hide, Zakar. Now we'll go. Oh wait. Khalid, your turn.
Yeah.
4.
I'll hit this guy with Mage Killer.
Okay.
Nope. I'll use my extra attack.
14 doesn't
What?
hit.
Nope.
He just sort of no-sells you, like moves back.
All right, that's my turn.
All right. And now it is all of the drunk guards' turn. So this guy on fire is going to get out, and he is going to get to here, and then he is going to stop, drop, and roll. So he is no longer on fire, but he is on the ground and drunk. And then this guy is going to come up next to the Berserker, Barbarian. These guys are going to run over here. And the one who's next to you is going to attack you twice at disadvantage, because he is drunk. 14 does not hit you, Khalid.
No.
Natural 1 does not hit you. He drops his sword. Okay, then that is all of our drunken guards' turn. So now it is Gray's turn. Gray is going to attack the one who you have Slayer's Prayed. He hits. Does alright damage. And then, as a bonus action, he casts Healing Word on Khalid.
Okay.
You gain 8 points of health back from his Healing Word. And that is his turn. Next up, it is the Tiefling woman. She is going to walk forward to about here. And then she is going to look at you, Biff. And she is going to cast a spell called Pillar of Acid.
Whoa.
Wait, does she know I'm there? Am I not still hidden?
I guess you are small.
All I did was aim a wand and heal last round. I didn't really make myself known to the enemies.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, then she wouldn't use it on you. So she wouldn't use that this turn. I think instead, she...
Oh. It's another
sorry, Chloe.
6 coming.
Yeah, then she is going to send an acid arrow at Khalid. And how'd that Did it work? No. She sends an acid arrow at you. Does... 11 does not hit. Yeah, a arrow of acid just goes past you and hits over here and sort of eats into the wall. And then she's going to come and get right here. Okay, that's her turn. Next up, it's the barbarian again.
Come at me, bro.
He just shouts like, and it's going to lift that maul. That is a 17 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, misses with that one. Then that is a 19 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I guess I should just do his damage because he does a lot of damage. You take 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And that is his turn. Next up, Zakar. Your go.
Okay, sorry again about the haste. So I'm hidden, so the first attack is at advantage. I'm going to attack the Goliath to start out with. I'm going to use Sharpshooter for the first attack. That is a natural 20.
Oh my god. Okay, and the sneak attack will also be...
Yeah.
Okay. So that is... How much is that?
Okay, so we have 8, 10, 15 plus 7 is 22
It's 42.
plus 42.
You do the meaning of life to him, which is halved to 21, and you basically, your arrow pierces his throat, and Khalid, in front of you, you see this just flash of golden light, and his throat just sort of rips open, and he dies trying to scream, but unable to say anything, as he crashes back. Actually dead this time.
I'm going to attack now the one that has my ire on it.
Sure.
And these are just going to be normal sharpshooters. It's 13 or not sharpshooters. I mean, 13, 25, and 19 to hit.
13 misses. The 25 and the 19 both hit.
Okay. And that is 15 plus 17 is 32 plus 6 is 38 plus Slayer's Prey for another 5, so 43.
Yeah, he does not look good when you have pierced all through him.
Okay.
He's
And
not
then
looking good.
awesome. I'm going to drop down off of the kitchen roof to reposition to hide for my bonus action.
Okay. Yeah, make a
And ooh, that's a 21.
Okay. I think that a bunch of like the tiles of the thatching fall off.
And I'm okay with taking falling damage or something. If
No, I think that was just to hide. So I think that you
Okay.
came down and thought like, I'm in the shadow, but then like a tile fell on your head, not doing any damage, but like other tiles fell and made a bunch of noise.
Right. Okay. Sounds good.
You dominoed a bunch of plants. Ceramic plant bowls.
So I would have recognized that happened. So I think I'm gonna try to run back here. Or do you think that's not reasonable?
I think that's not reasonable for like you trying to hide there.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine then.
I think that's where you are.
All right. That's my turn.
Okay, cool. Next up, it is Biff.
All right. So I am going to stay where I am, and I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on this guy. So it's a 20-foot cube. So it should hit basically everyone except for the guy up here next to Khalid.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to draw it? Or I guess that is just everybody, so I'll make a save for all of them. So what's your DC and what is the roll? Dexterity save and throw?
It is dexterity, yeah. But
What?
DC 16.
Okay, so that is failure, success, failure, and
This includes Gray too, though.
Okay. Failure. I'll do Gray again. Ayesha, she has failed. And Gray, natural 2 for Gray, so Gray has also failed. Okay, then that is your use of Fairy Fire. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Yeah, I'll do Healing Word on Khalid again.
Okay.
And I'm out of spell slots for first level.
Oh, I completely forgot something that would have
I'm lagging.
changed the fight pretty desperately. That's my fault.
Alright, 8.
8, okay. Yeah. You gain back 8 health. Khalid.
Thank you.
And is that your turn, Biff?
That's it.
Okay. After Biff, it is the Sober Guards. Both of them are going to attack with advantage against Gray. That's 1 hit. That is only 1 hit for him. That's 1 hit for the other one. Okay, so both of them hit him once. Okay, Gray is made bloody as both of them pierce and sort of... Actually, his armor is fine. It's they get between it at different points. Doing a lot of damage to him. And that is Sober Guard's turn. Next up, Jackson. It's your turn with 5.
Okay. I am going to do what I usually do, and I will cast Grease, and I will draw it. I think it's a 10-foot square. Yeah. It's a square, so let me stop doing that. Okay, put it there. So that one guy next to our drow friend needs to roll a dex save of 16.
Okay, he does not succeed a 16.
He is prone then.
Yeah, he just slips and goes, whoa!
Alright, and I'm going to draw this out with my measuring tool. Use my bonus action to move my flaming sphere. It's going to move 10 feet, 10 feet here and smash into the guy next to it.
Okay.
Then it's going to move 10 feet to here and smash in front of that guy.
Okay.
Then 5 feet there, and then 5 feet here and get the last guy. So it's going to Chinese checkers its way through these guys, making all 4 of them make dex save against the flaming sphere.
Okay.
Is this still okay to call them Chinese checkers? Is that still...
Prone guy
I
fails.
don't know.
I don't know.
Other guy fails. All 4 of them failed.
Okay, let me roll the damage real quick. I'm just gonna roll it the one time again.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, all of them take 7 points of damage.
And I don't know if you decide if it affects the grease in any way.
Yeah, it kicks up. I'll say double damage for that guy.
And
So
is that just like
He'll take 14.
a square of fire now, or?
I believe it is.
Okay.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Okay, I use my action in that. I think I'll use my move to move here and just tuck it behind this corner.
Sure.
And that's it.
Okay. Then next up, it is Khalid. And when the barbarian fell, Ayesha, the tiefling, shouted something in Infernal. Jackson heard it as no.
I'm going to I'm just gonna run past both of these dudes. They're both drunk, right?
Yeah, the drunk one gets attack of opportunity at you with disadvantage.
Yeah, and I'll run past him too, and I'm going all the way up to here.
17 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, the drunk guy on the ground doesn't even try. And you get to next to Ayesha.
I'm going to use my. Yep, I'm gonna use my channel divinity as a bonus action. I'll do a vow of enmity against a creature I can see within 10 feet of me. And I have advantage on attack rolls against that creature for 1 minute or until it drops to 0 hit points or falls unconscious. And then I'm going to attack.
Okay.
With Mage Prayer. Natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright.
So 15 plus 6 is 21.
21 damage, okay.
You know what? I'm going to Divine Smite too, so...
Yeah, because those get doubled.
Yeah, exactly. There's no point in not. So 48 would be 19 damage more.
Okay, so what was that total? That's
21 plus 19, 40.
Oh,
Is that right?
you're adding a D4 for being enlarged too, right?
Oops.
Yep, and that is doubled.
Yep. So 47 damage.
Khalid runs over here, brings up the mage killer Gian that he got, and just slices this woman in twain. She is clipped in
dead?
twain, no
Oh,
longer
sick.
standing.
Super
Brian
sick.
and I are the only people who can roll dice this game.
Well, I haven't been rolling. I'll move over and hit this with my extra attack.
Yeah, okay.
And,
Make that roll with advantage.
Yep.
Well,
Nope.
time to clean up, boys. Yeah, no, a 12 does
Bring
not
it
hit.
in. Wait.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay, time for the drunk guards. This guy stands up, comes over here. This guy comes over too. This guy's got a turn.
Yeah.
And this guy's gonna come.
All right.
You now have 8 attacks on you, all of them with disadvantage.
Hey, Biff,
gonna
did
hit.
my mask grow with my body, or is it just like a tiny mask on a big face?
No, everything that you're wearing grows.
Okay, cool.
A dirty 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
That
going to
hits.
be 1 attack for first guard. Second guard, dirty 21.
Okay.
Okay, so both guards are going to hit you once, both of the guards to your left.
Yeah.
And natural 1, so this guy is going to hit drunk guard. And then second attack, he got a natural 20 though. But the other attack is 18. Does that hit?
Yeah, 18 hits me.
Okay, so not a nat 20, but he hits another guard and then he hits you. And the last guy, not going to hit on the first attack. Okay, so you have 3 attacks against you and one attack made on another guard. Okay, you take 10 points of slashing damage, 7 points of slashing damage, 5 points of slashing damage. So you take
22.
22 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And then the other guard gets maximum damage.
On me or on someone else?
On the attack that the guard accidentally made
Yeah,
drunkenly
okay.
on his buddy.
I'm gonna roll cutting words on that one and decrease it by a D8.
No, that's the one on the guard.
Oh, sorry.
It critically failed and is accidentally going to hit one of its
Yeah.
partners.
See, it happens to people who aren't you all, too. Okay, then that's drunk guard turn. So now it's Gray's turn. Gray,
Wait, real quick. The two guards to Qualid's left need to make a dex save for the flaming sphere.
Oh, sure. Neither of them succeed.
So they both take 6 fire damage.
Okay.
Did the flaming sphere light the grease too?
It did.
It did, but it's not growing.
Nice, gotcha.
45. Okay. So now it is Gray's turn. Gray is going to just stab at this guy who's prone. Yeah, he hits. This guy takes some not insignificant amount of damage. Khalid, how are you looking? Like, are you bloodied?
Yes, I'm bloodied. Sorry, I didn't change myself.
Oh, no worries. He is going to cast Healing Word then
Okay.
on you. Because you're such a good guy.
I don't like this.
You get 9 points of health back.
I curse him under my breath.
And that is his turn. Zakar, now it's your turn.
Okay.
I killed 19 people.
Yeah. I'm gonna move to here.
This is the last turn with haste.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to first attack the guard that has my ire with my regular attack. I'm gonna take 2 attack actions, so I'll go ahead and roll for all of those.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, it's loading. It should be a 14.
14 misses.
We have advantage on him.
Oh yeah, I do have advantage on him, so it should be an 18.
Okay, yeah. 18 hits. 22 hits. 23 hits.
And then one last one, 19.
19 hits. 4 hits.
Okay.
So I need you to ping with each hit who you're hitting.
I'm going to go at first the one that has my ire.
Sure.
So that's 14 plus...
He's dead.
Okay, plus 1. The next one is going to go to this one, since I still have advantage on him.
Sure. We'll do that one as a sneak attack. How about it?
Okay, sure. So that is 22 plus 6, 28.
Okay. 28.
And then another 21 to him.
Okay, yeah. He falls back dead. As an arrow
Okay.
touches him.
And then I'm going to use my movement to run back to here, behind the well.
Sure.
And use my bonus action to attempt to hide.
Okay.
And that's a 27.
Yep. You do that with much success.
Okay, and you said that's the last turn of haste?
That is the last turn of haste.
It's 37.
Yeah, that's a
37.
37.
Yeah, you pop into another dimension. You go to Clockwork by accident.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's Zakar. Next up, it's Biff.
All right. I am going to run here. As I do, I'm going to tell Khalid to can stretch his hand out for a high five. I don't know if he can reach me from here. Basically, I gotta touch him. So
I'll use my action to high five.
Can we reach from there if he's big?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
I think he positioned himself there, so if he was going to reach for you, it would get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, so yeah, as I run, I'm going to pull a dagger and then kind of like skid to a stop and throw it at this guy here.
Okay.
For 19.
19 hits.
That is 8 piercing damage.
8 piercing damage. Okay, that guy... None too pleased.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Then next up, it is... it's the remaining sober guard who is going to try to get up in the grease. Gets up. Steps out of it.
Does he get an attack of opportunity from Gray?
No, because he's not moving out of his range.
Ah, I meant from getting up.
No.
Okay.
He is going to attack Gray with advantage. Yeah, he hits him. Does maximum damage. Gray is not looking good. A lot of blood is pouring between his...
I'm going to cutting words that damage then.
Okay.
That's 4 less damage.
Oh, thank you, friend.
You got it, bud.
That was appreciated.
You can pay me after the battle.
Certainly. Okay, then that was their turn. So next up, Jackson.
Okay. Alright. So first I'm going to do my bonus action. And with I'm going to make my flaming sphere swing around into this square. Oh. And it's so that guy's going to have to make a dex save. And actually, each of these guys is going to have to make a dex save 3 times because I'm going to do 5 points of movement, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so that it runs into each of them 3 times.
Okay. First guy fails it all 3 times. Second guy fails it all 3 times.
So that means they each take 7, 14, 21 damage.
Third guy only fails it
There's
once.
no third guy.
Oh, is it just 2? Okay.
Yeah, it's just those 2 guys that I'm ramming it into.
Okay. Yeah, then both of them take 21 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will move. Oh, shoot. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 here. And I will cast Acid Splash on these 2 that are above Qualid on the map.
Yeah.
So DC 16 dex save, and 8 is the damage if they take it.
Okay. First guy fails. Second guy fails. So they both take 8 points of acid damage.
Yes, and I'll end my turn.
This fight that I expected to take a long time, you all are rolling amazing. Certain fights that I've expected to be very quick on stream have been like, no one in the party can hit, everybody on the other team can hit. Okay, that is Jackson's turn. So Khalid, it's your go.
Yeah, I'll use my bonus action because I haven't been being hit, but I'll use my bonus action anyway to give myself 40 points of health. Not that I've been hit that much. Okay, and I go back almost to full, and I will attack the bloodied guy.
Yeah.
15.
15 misses.
Okay, I'll use my second attack. 13. It misses.
26. He still has fairy fire.
Oh, good. Okay, great. 11 damage.
Okay, he takes 11 slashing damage. He's not looking good.
And
He
then
is
I will.
wavering next to you, like breathing heavily.
I'll end my turn.
Okay. Then next up it is Drunk Guard turn. 2 of them are going to attack you. 1 of them is going to attack Biff. One on you misses. First attack. Second attack. 18 to hit. 18, I believe, hits.
Well, so I think I'll be able to hit him, right?
Oh, 18 on me?
No, on Khalid.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yes, 18 hits me. I'm sorry.
Okay, you only take 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Other one attacking you misses with his first attack. Misses with his second attack. Okay, the one attacking you, Biff, gets a 22 and a dirty 20.
Both hit.
Okay. You take 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
So I'll get to attack that one.
Okay.
With my
Sentinel.
sentinel feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian, you need to roll your being enlarged damage for that last attack.
Oh yeah.
The 1d4.
1 damage more.
Oh.
Now he's
Fuck. Why can't I attack today? I've not rolled above 5 except for that 20.
I mean, you cut someone in half that you had a vendetta against.
Yes, that's true.
Wait, do you have advantage for them being in Fairy Fire, or is this not one of those?
That guy's not the one in Fairy Fire.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
What's the big purple square for?
That was
That's the
he wasn't
that's covered in it.
he wasn't in it when it was cast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he moved into it.
Okay.
Got it.
Then we go back to the top of the order. It is Gray's turn. Gray is going to attack this guy. Natural 20 for Gray. Okay, Gray just rams his rapier through this guy's throat, putting him down. He is then going to come up here, and he casts Healing Word on himself. Yep. And there we go. That's Gray's turn. Next up, Zakar. It's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to use 35 feet of movement to get to here. I'm still hidden, so I have advantage on my first attack. I'm going to attack the one that is here at advantage without sharpshooter. Sorry, it's loading.
Yep.
It's a natural 20.
Okay. Come on, Aaron.
Which one was that?
It was this one.
All right.
Um,
He's dead.
Okay, I only have one more attack this round.
Oh,
so
wow.
calm down. I need to calm down. I'm gonna attack this one that has fairy fire on it, so I still have advantage.
Yep.
I'm gonna do that one with sharpshooter. That's another natural 20. And that's 41 points of damage.
Yep, you drop him too.
Okay, and then for my bonus action, I'm going to take a 5-foot step back here and hide. And that's a 16 plus 10, so 26.
Okay, yeah.
I whispered to Biff, I think we're going to have a Zakar problem.
The gate opens up and 2 sober guards rush through after Zakar's turn, and then it is Biff's go.
Alright. I am going to kind of reach out for Gray's hand. And if he'll take mine, I'll give his a little squeeze.
Yeah, he
And
takes it.
cast Cure Wounds, level 2.
Okay. He is very
So
briefly.
for 11 healing.
Oh, yeah. He is above bloodied, and he seems very, very grateful.
And I'll just kind of like look up at him and like smile and not quite wink, but looks like I'm going to wink.
Yeah, he.
And then I'm just gonna draw my
Nice.
rapier, and
Okay.
then that's my turn.
Yeah, he's got his helmet on, so he doesn't actually smile at you, but you feel it. Jackson, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to see these guards coming in, and I'm going to slurp up the grease and throw it down on them. So they both have to make dex saves or be prone.
Okay. First guy succeeds, second guy fails.
Okay, so the second guy goes prone.
Yep.
And
I have a feeling I know what comes next.
I think I can get it there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to ram it into both of them.
Okay, they just will
So-
automatically take fire damage. The prone one will take double.
Okay, let me roll it real quick.
That won't happen for every fight, but these guys are getting out of the way of things is not exactly their forte.
Alright, so it's 8 fire damage each.
Okay. First guy takes that 8, second guy takes 16.
And then I will use my movement behind the big boys.
Okay. Then after Jackson, Khalid, your turn.
Yeah, I'll swing at this guy and hope to. I'll whisper a soft prayer to my God that I stop being such a failure at life, and then I'll swing in with Mage Killer. Natural 20. God is good.
Yeah.
He's not bloodied, right?
He is not bloodied.
All right, I'll use another Divine Smite then, just because I shouldn't waste natural 20s. So 20 plus 12, 32 damage.
Plus a D4.
Plus a 2d4. 4 damage, so
39?
36.
It was 35, wasn't it?
No, 9, 11, and so that's 20 plus 12 plus 4, so it's 36.
Okay. Okay, he is very bloodied.
All right, I'll hit him one more time.
Okay. 20 hits.
11 more damage.
Yep, you put him down. You
Yeah.
cleave him in twain in just the same fashion as you did earlier today.
Nice.
Thank God. And then I'll move here, next to the grease.
Okay. And then that is your turn. Next up, it is back to the top of the order. It's Gray's turn. Gray's gonna run past you. And he is going to attack this one who is not prone. He hits. Does near minimum damage. And there we go. That's Gray's turn. Zakar, your go.
Okay, I'm going to take a 5-foot step forward here. I'm going to attack the one that's not prone from hiding, so that's at advantage. No sharpshooter. 29 to hit.
29 hits.
I'm gonna
Sneak attack.
Do it twice. The second one isn't at advantage, so it's 11.
Okay.
And that is 22 plus 4, so 26 points of damage.
Okay. I'm gonna need to do math for this one.
While you do math, I have 35 points of movement left. This is 15, and I will move back a little bit further, another 10 for 30, and I'm going to use my bonus action to hide behind that wall.
Okay.
And that's a 34 to hide.
Yeah, you feel pretty good about your hiding.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Next up, Biff.
All right. So I have a question. I have halfling nimbleness, which means I can move through the space of any creature that's a size larger than yours. Does that mean I could occupy the same space as Khalid here, like one of these?
You
Four
can't
spaces?
stay in it,
Okay.
because that would provide you, like, cover.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they provide me cover anyway. I'm naturally stealthy as well as a halfling, so.
Yep.
But it shouldn't be a problem. I think I can. Yeah. So I'm going to. This is the one that's prone, right? Sorry.
Yep.
This one here.
Yep. The lay down motion is prone.
Okay. So I'm gonna like run up with my rapier and kind of swing myself around Khalid's leg, like Gene Kelly style, around a lamppost.
Hey, get out of my pant leg. Get out of there. Stop it.
And use that force to like try to drive my rapier into this this prone
Yeah,
guard
sure.
here.
That's what we call Khalid's gams. An old Gene Kelly lamppost.
20
20 hits.
for 11 piercing damage, and I'll
Yeah.
end up kind
Nice.
of beside him here. But and yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't look good. There we go. Jackson, you're next.
He said that he was AFK.
Oh. Okay. Khalid, you go, and we'll just drop Nathaniel back in whenever he gets back.
No problem. So yeah, I'll swing on this man.
You have advantage because he's prone.
Okay. The one next to me?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. 23. Here come the good rolls.
23 hits, 12
12
damage.
damage.
Okay.
And then I'll swing again. 24.
24 hits.
Another 12.
Nice.
He is looking mighty fucked up.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I will pass turn.
Okay. And then
Oh, yeah. I mean, I will use my bonus action to say a long soliloquy of words that are. No, Jackson's not back. Never mind.
okay. Gray is going to attack the guard next to him. Does hit, does the same damage as last time. That guy's still bloodied. Oh, hey Jackson, we're gonna drop your turn from last round in right here. So both of them are bloodied, both looking pretty close to death. You have a
Might be muted.
shot. Yeah, I
Nathaniel, you may be muted.
think you're muted.
But I'm sorry. Sorry, I was talking to Rachel. I apologize.
Oh, no worries.
Were you guys talking
it's-
to me?
Yeah, it's your turn. We're dropping you in.
Oh, okay. I will, with my action, I will acid splash those two guys.
Okay. Acid Splash. DC 16.
Yep.
Prone guy has to make it with disadvantage. He succeeds, so the other guy fails.
Okay, so just the one then takes 10 acid damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to
Barely
bash
alive.
them both with the flaming sphere 3 times each.
Okay. First guy succeeds, second guy fails. Both of them fail second time. Both of them fail last time. Which
Okay, so one of them is going to take 15, the other one's going to take 10 plus 2, 12.
they have both died. They both burn up in writhing in the grease with all of their other wounds sort of being cauterized in a tremendous amount of pain. And you all have cleared the courtyard. Gray says, I'm going to go to the cell. Here. And he passes you, Biff, his potion. So you have a regular healing potion. And he runs there, and then he comes back and he says, if you wish to deal with their leader so that he does not attack us as we flee, it would be greatly appreciated. And then he's going to run to the cell. And I know that we are past 9 o'clock, but I think we have some good momentum. Do you all mind if we just do a roleplay encounter?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I
Sure.
can do that. I'm going to extinguish my
He disappears into the
flaming
cell.
sphere.
Are you all going into the cell?
Where's
No.
the
No, I thought we would. I
Are
was
they in
going
the
to
keep?
go into the keep.
I was planning on going with him because I don't know what dangers wait for him in the.
You sprint in and you see there are like 3 women, 1 man, and 1 little girl who is a drow, and she sees him and is like excited but also a little scared, and then that's
Okay, looks like you got this. Ben doesn't have to explain what's going on in here.
I mean, I will because he doesn't have the key, but just for right now. You all enter and see the 2 guards that had been standing watch at the keep dead on the ground, and Khalid, you recognize another member of the pack.
Could I fit through the door?
Large, you could just squeeze through.
All right.
But you see of 5, you see the 3rd member of the pack that you recognize. She is a high elf woman. Looks like she's from Mana in the south. And she is standing. She is in like priestess robes, and you remember that one of them was dressed like a priestess, so you assume that that's her. She does not have a mask. She has a dowsing rod in one hand, and she is standing behind the bodies of 2 of these soldiers. And when you all enter, She smiles and looks directly at Khalid and says, "Ah, Wanderer, you have come. Just as I thought. As my sisters foretold." And she starts to reach into a pocket on her dress.
Can I move towards her?
You can, yeah.
I'm going to run up to her and shove her.
Okay.
Is that athletics or is that an attack to shove?
It's an attack, I think.
You
Yeah.
get
I can do
advantage as enlarged as well.
Yeah,
I think it's athletics.
it's athletics. You're
Oh.
right.
Sorry, that's strength checks.
I realized.
Yeah,
it's a
it's
card.
that. Same roll.
Nice.
Yeah, you've shoved her. She hits a thick wooden door.
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm shoving her, I will sentinel attack her too.
Okay. 24
Boom.
hits.
8 damage.
Okay, she takes 8 damage. Coughs up a little bit of blood. Please, just a moment before you do that. And she
No, you die
finishes
today.
reaching into her pocket. She is not attacking you. She is not trying to get away from you.
I'm gonna step forward and try to intervene a bit. Or wait! You do not get anything from your pocket, Khalid. I mean, you can obviously squash her right now, so just take a breath. Let's see what she has to say.
I will not attack you, Wanderer of the Desert.
Well, I still would feel better if your hand was out of your pocket. What are you reaching for?
What I was going to give to him. I was uncertain whether he would kill me, and I needed him to have this. So I was going to ensure that there was some interest in whatever I had here, even if you all killed me very quickly.
Okay, pull it out slowly. Keep in mind, we have a bow, a couple of magicians, and a giant guy right in front of you trained on you, so don't make any sudden moves.
Of course. And she very, very slowly pulls out like a very, very thin wooden box. And you can see that it has written on it in every written language, Desert Wanderer. Open this.
Khalid, does this mean anything to you?
I don't know what that box means, but I know what this person means.
This is for you. When I was a little girl, a priestess at the temple had a vision that you must come to this fort. And we considered what that would mean, and realized that to get you out of the desert there would have to be something terrible. And I volunteered to ensure that that terrible thing happened. And now I have done what I was born to do. And she reaches out to give you the box.
I'll take the box in my free hand. But I'm still going to kill her.
Mhm.
I can't not kill her, so I'm going to kill her.
Sure.
Yeah. So just attack again?
Yeah, she doesn't fight back. 13 hits.
Oh, 13 hits too?
Yeah. Okay.
25
so you do
damage.
25 points of damage. She is very, very bloodied. She's
Brutal, man.
hanging on, and after you cut into her, she says, "Would you all like me to heal you before I die? So that you may face..." And she indicates past the door. "He doesn't know you're coming. You can sneak up on him. I can heal you so that you can be strong enough to fight Gilzandort."
Quali, wait,
Who
maybe
is this person, Quality,
maybe-
that seems to
maybe-
want to help you, yet you want to kill
he's
them?
offering to heal us? Like,
And she looks at all of you and says,
I attack again.
deserve to die. Yeah, the 24 hits. 8. Does that put her down? Nope, she is
man,
leaning
really,
against the door, just like
really drawing it out.
and she says, I knew I would deserve to die. And who's the most injured?
I'm at 58 of 68.
I'm at
So I don't
49
think
of
it's me.
64. So I'm
Actually, she heals everybody for 14 points. So
Duh.
everybody gets 14 points of health back. And then she kind of weakly smiles up at you, Quillied, and just nods.
I spit at her, but I'm wearing a mask, so I spit in my mask. She looks like she's on death's door.
Yep.
I don't need to put the last strike on her. I'll just let her die. Are there guards in here too?
Nope. The 2 guards that came in here are dead.
Okay.
I'm gonna approach her and ask her if she wants me to put her out of her misery.
No, I do not wish to die.
Oh,
I wish to try and put good in the world after I put a great evil on it.
okay. Well, I'm gonna try to sneakily pass her the potion that Gray gave to me.
15.
It's 15. Yeah. And then we can go in the next room or whatever.
I go in the next room.
Okay, you go into the next room, and it's actually a long hallway where you will be able to stealth if you would like, because there is a conversation happening through a door on the other side. But that is where we're going to end tonight's session. With
All right.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Nice.
all right,
You have
Lots of lore this episode. There's so much lore and backstory.
I'm glad we could fit in your 12 crits in between.
yeah. Who knows what might happen to fail not between sessions? Maybe
Yeah,
that
Might get
will go.
Like a
Up.
little nerf. We're gonna actively nerf some shit.
Just because I
Rename
didn't
it
consider.
fail sometimes.
Just because I didn't consider what haste would do to that bad boy.
Yeah. Hey.
Sunken World version 1.02, where they had to nerf the
Where you had to nerf the ranger, which no one would expect.
Haste is OP. It's ridiculous. But
That's the thing that I forgot is the barbarian was hasted, so he should have had 4 attacks on Qualid.
Oh yeah.
And might have been able to put him down, and then you all would have had different priorities. But I forgot, and so then she was just going to try to make somebody a giant ape, but that didn't work.
There's so many people I want to murder in this session that I can't.
I mean, you got 2 of them down.
It's a lot of murder. Yeah.
But you put a drow in front of me that I want to murder. You put a biff.
You had one good drow, and he mentioned there's a traitor drow, so we can extrapolate.
You had normal dreams.
All right, everybody. That's going to do it for us tonight on the Sunken World Saga. Qualid had normal dreams. We'll see you
And I want to murder them.
We'll see you all Wednesday as the A-Team picks back up. Bye, everybody.